through a series of unfortunate events, have found yourselves inside the Temple of Elemental Evil. Proceeding down into the depths, you found a rather interesting figure, a demon lord of fungi and rot, that you fought and then banished successfully. And upon examining the area where she was kept, you found 4 sigils on the ground of a room, each of them linked to one of the elemental planes. After touching the symbol for the elemental plane of fire, you had found yourselves transported into this room, which is a star-shaped room of dark gray and black walls. The natural stone floor is porous, and waves of heat and steam emit from these orifices. The room is filled with an uncomfortable heat, and small piles of glowing embers are scattered around the room, providing a dim light. There are 8 sealed stone doors, each with brass hinges and fittings that provide exits. 2 doors are located to the northeast, 2 to the southeast, 2 in the northwest, and finally 2 to the southwest. So, what do you guys want to do?
Wait, are they like double doors or 2 separate doors?
2 separate doors. There is a pair of individual doors in each of the 4 directions.
Oh, I see your map now. I'll try one of the northeast doors.
Okay, which one?
The east one.
Alright. You open the east door, revealing a 10-foot wide hallway that looks to go 30 feet before turning to the north.
Anyone else have any other ideas?
No.
No, let's go with this one.
Yeah, this seems like let's just get out of the heat. That's just what I wanted.
The hallway seems to be made of that same stone, the same porous. The heat and humidity is unbearable and seems to continue into that hallway.
Is there a way to go back to where we came?
There is no obvious symbol on the floor in this room, that similar to the one that you used to get here.
Can I detect any portals?
Does that work through full cover?
Let me read up on that. I don't have that in my abbreviated notes.
Well, it seems to.
Alright, just let me pull it up for myself for future reference.
Alright, but yeah, when you use Detect Portal, it tells you that there is a portal 10, 20, 30, 40, 50s. About 150 feet to the west of you.
Then that sounds like the way we should go.
Alright, let's do that then. I'll open the west-northwest tunnel.
Okay. Revealing another 10-foot wide hallway, going 30 feet to the west before turning north.
Alright, I'll sneak down that tunnel and see what's down there.
Alright. You sneak on down to that corner. And you look around it. You see it's another 10-foot wide corridor, continuing 30 feet to the north before turning to the east. To the west.
Alright, I'll do the same thing.
Okay. Sneak down that corridor. Looking to the west, you can see several things. So you have dark vision, right?
Yes I do.
Alright, so this is a 10-foot wide corridor continuing straight west for the distance of your dark vision. 30 feet away from you and at 60 feet away from you are four-way intersections with options to go, northeast, southwest at them.
Uh, what do you guys think? Just continue west for now?
Hmm.
Getting the portal out of here would probably be the best thing we can do.
Agreed.
Well, we want to find the elemental secrets, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do we want to try and find that first and then go for the portal, or see if we can find the portal and then search from there?
Couldn't the portal be a secret?
I feel like that's too obvious, though. Anyway, well, yeah, let's just find the portal since that's something to do first.
And also, it means that we have a escape route if needed.
Yeah, so I'll continue westward down this tunnel. I'll look down the sides, but I won't go down them. I'll continue west. Stealthily as before.
So you're walking down this corridor, and I'm sorry, what are you doing when you get to the first intersection?
I'll look north and south, but I'll continue west. Same thing with the second one, but also continue west.
Okay. So when you get to the first intersection, you look to the north, and you can see that it goes 30 feet before opening up into a larger room. And you can see that in that larger room, the floor is pitted, and you can see the reflection of flickers of flame. On the eastern wall, in the middle of the hall leading to that northern room, is a closed stone door. To the south, you can see that the hall leads 30 feet to the south before opening up into a larger room, though that room is only 20 feet across, and opposite that you can see before the end of your dark vision another archway leading off to the south in another corridor.
Alright, I'll continue west.
Okay. So as you continue west, you notice that at the end of the hall, it looks like directly ahead of you begins to open up into another larger room as well. You're proceeding to that intersection, though?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, as you approach that intersection, you can see that the room opposite you appears to have circular walls that are bare and scorched with great heat, and that on the far side from the entrance is a massive throne carved into the back wall. Slouched in the throne is an overweight giant humanoid with blazing orange hair and a messy beard. His feet rest on a bloated toad with crimson blotches, and there is a black iron greatsword at the foot of the throne.
This is west?
That is to the west.
Uh, let's do the south.
To the south, you can see it goes, again to a room that's only 20 feet across, and then another hallway on the other side. To the north, it appears the 10-foot wide corridor goes 10 feet and then angles off to the northwest.
I'll sneak down the north one and see what's around that corner.
Okay. As you turn to face the northern one and away from the giant, he booms out. And where do you think you're going?
To the north.
Well, I suppose if you want to die, be my guest. Go north.
Beta's gonna try persuasion.
You're not there.
Oh, that's right.
He went alone.
Well, can you tell me what's to the north then?
Could I? And why would I want to tell you anything? What would that do for me?
I don't know. What would it do for you?
You're one of those retarded folk, aren't you?
You could say that.
Yeah, I thought as much. Well, what I mean is, that sounds like information that is worth something to you. What do you have in trade?
What would a fine gentleman like you have in, what would a fine gentleman like you, need in a place like this?
Why, gold, of course. Gold and gems are always useful.
I see.
Oh, bribery.
Well, give me a minute and I'll come back and see if we can't cut ourselves a deal. And I'll head back to the party and tell them what I've seen. About the rooms to the north and south, the hallway, and the giant red-haired man with a toad. So, what do you guys think? Is this something we would want to pay for information? Or do we want to try
Don't
and
see
do
why
this
not.
ourselves? Alright.
Bribery is always useful when accompanied by insight.
Mm-hmm. So I'll bring the party back. And see if we can negotiate a price.
Well, those are more of you idiots down here.
So it would seem.
Well, what do you got for me?
Arcturus will pull out a gold symbol of fire worth 500 gold pieces, the one that I personally transmutated.
How about this? What kind of value would you put on this? As I point to what Arcturus is holding.
Well, it certainly has a value, yes. What else you got?
Beta's gonna try to persuade him to go easy on us with the amount.
And how are you doing that?
She's gonna say, please help us find a way home, is what she's gonna say.
All right, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Beta is very persuasive.
We shall see.
Oh, you guys are a pathetic lot. All right, here, toss that thing here, and I'll tell you all about what's up north.
I toss it.
He catches it, kind of just sets it down, looks at it a little bit, looks back at you. All right, now to the north. To the north is a mystical secret, the likes of which none of you have ever seen before. And it's at the end of a glassy hall, protected by living fire. Now, if you think that this secret would be worth, your lives, by all means, I won't stop you. But it's going to kill all of you. And I will
Put some more
laugh.
detail into it, sir. Please.
Sure. It's, what was the thing that the mage said? Something or other, time, space, realities, sea of something, I'm not. Do I look like a mage to you? Anyway, there's some arcane secret at the end of the hall.
Insight check.
Interesting.
Sure. He doesn't seem to give a shit. As far as he's concerned, he got paid for telling you something you were about to stumble into without paying him. So, bonus for him.
Well, I guess that solves the question of where we're going.
And where is the portal to get out of here?
Can I still sense that, or
Well, he like rubs the symbol. You paid an adequate amount for the first bit of information, but if you want some more, I think you should, pay up some more, huh?
I can use the tech portal once we take a short rest, so I would say we can hold off on that for now. But your information is greatly appreciated. If we may come back if we need more.
Well, like I said, gold and gems, always appreciated.
Thank you once again. And with that, I'll turn to the party and say what you guys think. Sounds like north is where we need to go.
Agreed. To the north.
All right. I'll head off to the north then. Sort of cautiously, now that we know there's something dangerous up here.
All right. So you go up to that angled corridor and you look down it. And you can see it goes about 30 feet before opening up into a large room. Can't see the full extent of the room from here. I'm updating the map right now. But you can tell that the floor transitions from this pumice-like material to a shiny black stone.
This must be the...
And the walls
volcanic
glisten.
glass?
Yeah, like volcanic glass. So do the walls.
Oh, God.
You can also see in the glass flickers of firelight, as if, reflecting something down there.
Well, I'll wave up the rest of the party since I don't see anything obvious and ask our resident mage, what do you make of this?
What do I see before me? It's just the volcanic glass, right?
Right, you're seeing that it goes like 30 feet, then opens up into this 20-foot wide hall that appears to have a floor and a wall made of volcanic glass.
Took some heat to turn this to glass.
Indeed.
You guys are at that corner where it goes from north to northwest.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't happen to know any
I
water
would-
spells, would you, wizard?
I would like to hold my hand near the volcanic glass. Do I feel heat radiating from it?
So you're walking down the single corridor?
No. I'm holding my hand near the part of it closest to me.
It's 30 feet away from you.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're at that
then yes.
corner where it turns from vertical to northwest.
Then yes.
All right, so you walk down this 30-foot long corridor, which is still made of pumice and that rough black stone, and you get near the room with the shiny floor and walls.
I'll follow closest behind.
All right, you don't feel the heat like hotter, like this isn't recent. You can also tell that the roof of this cavern is also made of this volcanic glass and arches 25 feet overhead inside the room.
Wait. So the floor, ceiling, and walls are all of this volcanic glass.
Yes.
And it's 25 feet from the floor to the ceiling?
That is what he sees at the archway, yes.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. You can also tell that the hall continues off to the north, and the back wall is also this volcanic glass.
Okay, anybody know how to deal with a fire elemental?
No. Never heard of one before.
Well, something extremely hot had to pass through this entire corridor to change all this glass to volcanic. All this rock to smooth it and shine it like that. Something extremely hot had to touch it. You know what I'm saying?
Under
Makes
how
sense to
natural
me.
does this look, or does it look like it's been artificially carved?
It is looking glassy smooth.
So it's been altered.
Well, it's more. It was either done, as Beta just said, with extremely high heat, extremely rapidly, or yeah, it was artificially polished.
Oh shit, they have nukes down here?
And something that could polish this wall up to 25 feet in the air? Come on now.
Hey, all you need is a ladder and some elbow grease. Anyway, what did you guys want to do now? Because do we have any prep we need to do?
We haven't had a long rest. But I think we had a short rest before we came in here. I think. Can't remember.
Yeah, I actually don't have that noted down. Actually, my spell sheet disappeared. Great.
Your ranger suddenly loses all their magical powers.
Yeah, basically. Shit. Does Adobe have a way to roll back?
No.
Fuck. Well,
If you hadn't saved it, you could reload the character.
I'll try that.
If it doesn't come back then you may have to reboot your character. You know, just take down what your stats are, transfer them over to a new sheet, and go with that.
Yep, no. It, it didn't save.
Well, that is
Great.
unfortunate.
Uh, uh, if you guys want to wait, I can try and rebuild this quickly.
What do you mean rebuild?
Like the sheet is gone.
He needs to rebuild his spell list.
Wait. Hold up. I think I could just PM you the thing because you sent me a copy.
Oh, thank God. Let's see if that works.
Yeah, that would be handy.
Yeah, because when I open it up, the sheet keeps saying something quickly and then closing its window, and I'm not sure if it was a save before that or something that messed it up.
We'll close out that version of your character sheet.
Here you go. This is why we have the wiki and DMs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and everybody's supposed to keep the character sheet updated. We don't. I don't. I need to update beta. All right, so are we absolutely sure we got to have this, whatever this thing is, this magical secret?
Yes.
Well, if we want to go back to our original time, then yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then
That's
whatever.
how I get us home.
Well, then whatever's guarding this secret has to fall or let us by. I mean, that's the only two choices in the matter.
All right then. So I guess we have our consensus. We head into this room.
All right, you head into this room, which continues as this 20-foot wide, 25-foot tall, glassy corridor, 90 feet to the north, where you can see it widens out into a more bulbous room, the center of which is a large, pitch-black monolith. Golden arcane writings can be seen on the surface of this monolith, though from this distance you can't quite make out what they say. Surrounding this monolith to either side, though it was burning with seemingly no source, are large orange flames that seem to fill the entire room behind it.
Fuck. I knew flaming. I knew it's some flame animals. I knew it. All right, so what's the strategy, y'all?
I'd like to get Detect Magic up.
Okay. Detect Magic has what, a 60-foot range?
Oh, 30. 1 second.
Might be 30. Either way, it's 90 feet to the north.
Yeah, it's 30.
Right, so it's 90 feet to the north. There is no... Well, I shouldn't say it. There is a background amount of magic. No specific school that just seems to permeate the stone.
So you want to try shooting the fire and see what happens?
No.
I mean, I can hit from here.
What the hell is wrong with Adobe?
I will begin to tread the room until I reach this monolith.
Okay. So you start walking up this room. When you get about 40 feet away from the monolith, the fire shifts, seeming to form a face kind of looking at you and surges forth. You should roll initiative.
See, I told you we should have shot these damn fire elements. Damn it!
Underdark?
Mhm.
Fuck you.
You knew what you were walking into.
Yeah, I did.
I mean, seriously, we could have. Fuck. We could have fucking
Critical
shot from a
failure.
distance.
I am so taken aback by this. I am frozen in fear.
Yeah, because they get to go first. Fucking hell. Gilbert's done walked up there like an idiot.
Yep, so it is going to surge right up to you, Arcturus, and it is going to attempt to smash into you with fire.
Oh my god.
Misses the first blast. Does a 16 hit you?
Bitch, not when I cast shield.
Alright. It is your turn.
Okay. Fuck.
It seems to be filling the entire room in front of you. You can no longer see the monolith.
Alright. So. Okay. What's the roof made out of?
It appears to be that same glassy, volcanic glass that makes up the rest of this hallway.
Oh wait, it was made out of fucking magic rock.
Yes, it is also seemingly permeated with magic.
Okay. Alright. Synaptic static.
That's what, an int save?
Yep. Well, that's that passes.
A 5 passes?
No, 5 does not pass. I'm just fucking around.
There would have been some very bad insults for your wizard if a 5 would have passed. I'd have insulted your wizard.
28 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
Also, wait, was there any other creature in 20-foot radius of this dude when I blasted him?
No. Or at least not that you know of.
Right. Let's see, its thoughts are muddied for a minute, and it will be subtracting a d6 from attack rolls, and ability checks, and constitution saves for concentration.
Okay. Yeah, you see the fire jerk a bit as if taking some damage, though you get the feeling that it did not take as much damage as you would have expected it to.
Huh. Okay.
Anything else on your turn?
Let's see, that's my action. I'm going to use my bonus action to pretend to be a cleric by engaging in hopes and prayers.
Okay. Beta.
Beta is how far away from these things? I'm at 90 feet, right? Because I'm at the other end of the room.
Yeah, but he walked up and then this thing surged forth. You are 50 feet away from it.
50 feet. You know what? That'll work. I'm going to blast it.
All right. Roll to hit. Two hits.
$28 points of force damage. Did that do anything to him?
Yeah, sorry. I was just writing down the number. Yeah, so that hits him and does appear to have done full damage.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. I am going to bonus action Sanctuary Gilbert.
Aha. All
And
right.
I'm not going to move forward to do it. I'm going to spend a distance sorcery point to increase double the distance, which makes it 60 feet. And since I'm only 50 feet from him, I can shoot. I can sanctuary him as a bonus
Great.
action.
Anything
That's all
else?
it says. And I think I'm done. Yeah, I think I'm done.
All right. Yeah, so you Sanctuary Arcturus. At the end of your turn, it takes a legendary action. And Beta, you burst into flames. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Fire erupts all around you and seems to be trying to consume you. You take 67 points of fire damage and are ignited by the magical flames. All right, Azur, your turn.
Alright,
Is Beta still up, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that just
Wow.
hit me for wow. We wasn't fully health when we came in here. But shit.
how far away am I?
50 feet.
Okay,
Beta next to you just burst into flames.
let's see, I will shoot my great bow at it.
Okay. Roll to hit.
$18.
That hits.
And I took a -5 disadvantage to hit, and I get +10 on my attack roll.
Okay. On your damage roll, you mean?
Yeah, my damage roll.
Let's roll that damage.
Wow, 14 damage.
All right. Well, it does appear to have had an effect on the fire. It did not appear to have been particularly effective.
Okay, and as my bonus, I will cast magic weapon on my bow.
Okay.
And end my turn.
Alrighty. This guy's turn. Gilbert, Arcturus, at the start of your turn, you are within his fire aura.
Yeah.
You take 17 points of fire damage.
Ow.
He is then going to try to smack you, requiring him to make a wisdom save versus Sanctuary. I don't think an 11 meets the save, does it?
It does not.
Alright, so that attack is lost as there is no other enemy within range. Instead, he's just going to fire off a flame blast at Azor.
Fuck.
Ranged attack. Does a 15 hit you, Azor?
Is it if it meets AC, it hits?
Yes.
Then it does.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
that should have been a
does.
disadvantage.
What was that?
That should have been a disadvantage. I rolled it again. Yeah, 15. So 15 hits. Because there's an enemy within melee of him.
Okay.
Alright, Azor, you take 34 points of fire damage as he blasts you with a gout of flame.
Jesus.
I'll use dodge and reduce that to half.
Okay. Alright, Arcturus, your turn.
It's an action to drink a potion, right?
It is.
Well, I'm going to pull out this potion with a syrupy, liquid metal-looking color.
All right.
I'm going to become resistant to all damage. Thank you very much.
Yep, you drink the potion of invulnerability.
Can I see beyond this guy?
No, he's an opaque wall of flame in front of you.
There's an opaque wall of being a colossal bitch. Well,
Only you were a bard.
If only. Well, that's my bonus action. My action, I mean. How far behind me is the party?
45 feet.
Jesus, I guess the wizard's tanking. Alright, that'll be my turn.
All right. Beta. You are on fire.
Am I still on fire?
Yes, you have combusted. And at the start of your turn, you take an additional 9 fire damage.
Okay. Is there a way to stop this?
You could use an action to try and just douse all the flames by patting yourself out.
My clothes will burn off. I'm metallic. I shouldn't burn that long.
Seriously, try to tank it and hope it doesn't last that long?
Well,
Hope he's not using just, magical napalm to burn the metal right off you.
I know, right? That's kind of fucked up. Okay! This is what Beta's going to do. Shit. Okay, Beta's going to use an action to dust herself off.
All right. Yeah, you pat yourself down, dousing the flames. They go out.
Okay. Then I'm going to bonus action heal myself with my healing thing.
Okay.
Fucking hell. For 15. Then I'm going to action surge and cast Death Ward on myself.
Okay.
That bastard almost one-shotted me. I am not taking any chances. And I am done. Yes, I am done. Fuck. Shit.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
At the end of your turn, he takes a legendary action and issues a blast of heat, filling the room in front of him. All 3 of you need to make Constitution saving throws. Except for Arcturus, because if you are resistant to fire, you don't have to make this.
Bitchin'.
Hey, something that's not a 1.
Beta, Constitution save, please. Excellent. So Beta, you pass. And you only take half of this, which is... So, Azor, you failed. And so you take 14 fire damage and gain 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh,
Beta, you
with the serious oop-de-oop.
Yeah, he's doing the heat wave. And Beta, yes, you take 7 fire damage. You do not gain a level of exhaustion because you passed.
See, 1 level of exhaustion, that's a negative on...
Disadvantage on ability checks. Alright, Azor.
I guess I will, I'll shoot him with my bow.
Alright, roll to hit. Yeah, the whole room's starting to take on that mirage-y looking effect from the result of all the heat. Brightly lit up the flame reflecting in the black volcanic glass.
26.
Why do you have advantage?
Oh, no, I need it to be keep lowest.
Why do you have disadvantage?
Doesn't exhaustion give that?
The
No,
third,
on a
the
check.
third level of exhaustion would give you disadvantage on attacks and saves. The first level is only on ability checks, which are going to be your skills, not attack rolls or saving throws.
Oh shoot, sorry, I totally misheard that. then.
That's fine. We'll go with the 9, which still hits.
All right. And then that's. Oh well, I would have done something different if I realized that is the thing.
What would you have done different?
I would have taken a -5 penalty to my aim, and then or chance to hit, and then that would add +10 to my damage.
So is that what you want to do? You want to make this a sharpshooter shot?
Yes.
Then in that case, you miss.
All right. And that will be it for me.
All right. This guy. Well, he's still going to try to smack this annoying wizard in front of him. Oh, wait.
Still has,
He still has it,
what's it called?
and he has the fire aura. So the start of his turn,
Gilbert's immune to fire aura.
he's resistant.
Resistant.
And so you take 9 points of fire damage. And then he's going to try to smack you. Let's see here. Does a 21 pass the
Yes,
save
it
on
does.
Sanctuary? Well,
Yes,
then
it
he
does.
gets to smack the wizard.
He gets to smack me
Does a
with
14
a
hit you?
-D6.
No, he does not have to worry about that. For
He doesn't have to worry
reasons.
about. Fuck.
Same reason he did not have to take all the damage.
Fuck.
Yeah, we're fucked.
Does a 14
Okay.
hit you?
No, 14 does not hit me.
All right, he misses. Well, then in that case, let's see. Yeah, he'll try to hit you again. Does a 17 pass Sanctuary?
Not when I shield.
No, it doesn't pass Sanctuary, no.
Then the
17
attack
failed,
is
yeah.
lost. Arturus, it is your turn.
You need to hit an 18 to pass my Sanctuary score.
Okay. Right, let's see. Let's see here. You know what? We'll go with the classic. Here. So this swirling tornado of fire is spinning pretty quick, right?
It's not really a tornado. I mean, it's a picture, but it's more of a wall at this point.
More wall. Okay. Well,
With a face. Leering down at you with the shadow of its own flame.
I think I want this sumbitch to really slow down and relax. Take a nice fireside nap. Wisdom save.
Okay, what are you casting on it?
Slow. Casting slow.
Alright. Does a 19 pass?
Just fucking barely.
Yeah, you feel Sanctuary end on yourself.
It happens.
Anything else?
Nope.
At the end of your turn, he's going to take a legendary action.
Legendary action to be a bitch.
And he's going to create a blast of heat, and all three of you need to make no, not you, Arturus, because you're resistant to fire damage. Azor and Beta, another Constitution save.
Hey, look, exactly the same one as before, so I have 2 levels of exhaustion.
You both fail, taking 5 points of fire damage and gaining a 1 level of exhaustion. Azor, the second level of exhaustion is your speed is halved.
Alright.
Beta, it is your turn.
Well, in for a penny. Fuck it. I'm blasting him.
Alright, roll to hit. 2 hits, one of which is a crit.
$23 points of force damage.
All right. Yeah, you do more damage to the flames.
Is it possible to back up a bit?
Not really. Your back is already to the wall. The hallway out of here is to your right.
But if I go to the right, but if I move out of the range, would that put me? I mean, would it be out of line of sight with the thing as well?
Yes.
Hmm. You know what? Okay, fine. I'm gonna step out of the room.
All right. You step out of the room, breaking line of contact. Despite the area being hot and muggy still, you notice it is noticeably cooler stepping outside of the room.
Okay, good. And I am done.
All right. The end of your turn, he takes another legendary action, causing another blast of heat. Azor, I need a con save from you.
Oh, 8. So I take another point.
Another point of exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
You ordered 3 right now, bruh. Fuck.
Yep.
And 9 more points of fire damage. Isn't you cast magic weapon, right?
Yep.
Isn't that a concentration spell?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
So you need to be making a concentration save, which is a constitution saving throw. With
Which
3
is
levels of
including
exhaustion,
fail.
you are now at a disadvantage on that.
Oh my god. Y'all are gonna die and Beta's gonna leave you there.
The robot with the holy relic runs away from the evil fire.
Holy relic? What holy relic? I got a holy sigil, but it didn't.
Oh.
So
good.
your magic weapon ain't so magical anymore.
I don't know,
Yay.
it's just icon, but I don't know what it.
All right. And Azor, it is now your turn.
I will also decide that it is probably a good idea to retreat. And I'll head towards the tunnel as well.
All right. Yeah, it's only like 10 feet away. You just walk over to it. Step into there, which is noticeably cooler than the room you were just in. Anything else?
No, that's my turn.
Okay. Well, at the end of your turn, he takes a legendary action, creating another blast of heat, which Arcturus does not have to worry about making a constitution saving throw on. And which neither of you do, because you're not in the room. But since you guys left the wizard alone, this wall of fire is just going to try and smack the wizard around.
I feel targeted.
I mean, you should.
Does a 25 hit you?
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that.
Oh my lord.
Wait, I thought you were invulnerable.
So you take a total of 34 points of bludgeoning and fire damage, which you have due to your invulnerability. So that is 17.
God, I love this.
Also, at the
potion.
start of his turn, you would have taken another 17 halved, so that would be 8 points of fire damage from his aura.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to try to smack you again.
Stacking up. He's stacking. Yeah, he's hitting.
And so that would be 16 points of fire damage then, if you have that.
Mm-hmm.
Or, sorry, bludgeoning and fire. You still up?
Yeah, I still got a bit to go.
Excellent. Then it is now your turn.
Vulnerable. Okay. All right.
You have a
So-
teleport, now would be the time to use it.
So, yeah. Beta, heal my ass up. Under.
Yep.
I'm going to pull out. You know what? No, escalation. Escalation. I'm going to cast a spell upon him.
Okay, he doesn't know counterspell, so what are you casting?
I'm going to turn him into a very angry newt.
You're trying to polymorph him?
I'm going to polymorph him.
Okay, what type of save is that on that one?
Pretty sure it's wisdom. 1 second.
Oh my god, what are you gonna turn him into a nude? That's gonna be so fucked up. If it works.
Wisdom.
All right. $19.
That passes.
Damn.
All right. This leaves me with few options.
Like death.
No, like heal my ass up, Beta. I have a plan.
But it ain't my turn yet, damn it!
Yeah. How far away is Beta from me?
Well, he was like 45 feet behind you, but he stepped out into the hall. You're all alone in that room with this guy.
Okay, Misty Step. Wait, no, fuck, I can't Misty Step because I just used my action to cast it.
Can you disengage and run away?
No, that's an action. I, Arcturus, shall endure.
All right.
Alright.
Heal my ass up, you asshole.
Beta, it is your turn.
Beta's gonna peek around the corner and throw a healing spell on Gilbert.
Uh-huh.
$27 points of healing. And then I'm stepping back around and then I'm gonna say, time to go! Let's go! And I'm gonna step back around the corner.
Okay. You step back around the corner after saying that, healing Arcturus for 27 points. Anything else?
No, that's it. That's all I got.
Alrighty. Azor.
Beta, what can you do with haste? Or can I... Am I within 30 feet of... Or could I get within 30 feet of Arcturus?
What's your movement speed?
My movement speed is 40.
So halved.
The other 35 feet.
Alright, so halved, so that'd be 17, right? Yes, you could get within 30 feet of Arcturus with that movement.
Alright, so I will do that and cast haste on him.
Alright, you run in there, moving 15 feet forward to get within the range, and cast haste on Arcturus.
Oh, yeah.
And the monster goes and kills him.
Anything else,
Oh, no,
Azor?
take more than
No.
Alright,
Yeah,
the end of your turn, the fire takes a legendary action, causing a burst of heat, and I need a con save from you, Azor. You are at disadvantage.
And
yeah, well, I
haste
don't
is a
pass anyway,
concentration
so...
Yeah.
Haste is a concentration spell.
So you take 12 points of fire damage, a 4th level of exhaustion, which halves your maximum hit points.
I totally forgot about that action.
And now you need to make a Constitution saving throw to see if you keep haste up.
At
I
disadvantage.
swear to God, you better fucking pass this, you huge dick.
You just fucked both of y'all. I'm leaving. Bye.
Underdark hasn't killed me yet.
I mean, well, you're stunned if it fails. What the fuck is that?
Oh,
KL1.
You did that wrong.
I see that.
Bangbot, please bless us with the roll we need to see our victory through.
I'm going back and talk to the giant. Y'all can.
Haste
my
stays up.
Oh my god!
My first good roll.
Oh my god!
And it's a good one.
It was a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one to have that work on.
Yep.
You
Thank
kept
God.
the keys alive.
I swear to God, do me a favor, Azor, and hide behind a corner. If you drop that spell, I lose a turn.
Yes, yes. You
On
need to get out of
his
that
turn,
Oh fuck!
Arcturus. You're in his fire aura and take 9 points of fire damage as a result.
Mm-hmm.
He is then going to begin casting a spell.
Oh, yeah? Guess
Yeah.
what?
What?
Counterspell!
His spell fizzles. Arcturus, it is now your turn.
Alright.
And miss your haste.
Just to make sure I understood this correctly. There's a big old monolith behind this guy.
Yes.
How far?
It was 40 feet from you.
Then I shall endure the fire and pass through him!
Oh my god, you just ran in.
Yes.
Alright, you run into him.
You're dead.
Through the fire and the flames, you take 9 more points of fire damage. How far is your movement speed?
Well, at base it's 60 now because of haste.
Excellent. You can run right up to this monolith, upon which you can see that this is a black rock that seems to absorb light. Golden arcane runes are on it, and when your eyes, set upon it, being this close, they seem to worm their way into your mind. And you realize you have the third component of a spell known as the Sea of Realities.
Run!
Okay, one second. Okay, earth aspect, air aspect, fire aspect, and the spell's called Sea of Realities.
Yep. You know enough to know the name now, though you don't really know how to cast or use it. So it's still your turn, Arcturus.
And I've only used my movement?
I believe so. In fact, you've only moved 40 feet of your 60 feet of movement.
Well, I'd like to envision that doorway that we came through. The other side of big fiery fuckface.
Okay, yeah, you can picture it in your mind.
And I'm going to open up a door in Dimensions, and I'm going to walk through.
Alright, you cast Dimension Door, stepping out into the hall next to Beta. It is substantially cooler in this room. Anything else?
I'm in danger.
Yes, you are.
You may have to take one for the team, Azor.
Anything else on your turn, Arcturus? You've used your first action.
Yep, I think that's all I can do.
Alright. At the end of your turn, you will burst another heat wave out. Azor, con save. Disadvantage.
Now it's gonna fail. Gilbert's gonna be stuck out of combat.
So you take 14 more points of fire damage. You gain a 5th level of exhaustion.
You are not going to take that achievement from me.
And I need a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage for your concentration.
Oh my god.
At the 5th level of exhaustion, your speed is 0.
Oh, he can't move! Oh no! He's stuck in there with this thing!
Haste falls. Oh wait, no, that's enough. Sorry, never mind. That passed.
Oh, thank Christ.
Oh my god!
I collapse on the ground, unable to move from heat exhaustion.
Pretty much. Beta, it is your turn.
Okay, I have 30 feet of movement. Could I run out, grab Azor, and run back?
With 30 feet of movement, no. Because it is 15 feet to him, and then once you grab him, you're at half speed.
Okay, how far is it? 15 feet?
He is 15 feet from the entrance.
Could I Misty Step to him, grab him, and then run back?
Yes, you could.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Misty Step to him, pick him up, and then run back into the hallway with him.
Alright, you run in there, grabbing his unmoving form, though you can see he's still conscious, just exhausted. And you drag him the 15 feet back to the door, making it back around the corner.
Oh my god. Okay, it's cooler in here. Can we close the door?
There is no door. It was an open archway.
Oh, fuck.
What do you do now? Anything?
Well, I'm out of movement, but...
You've used your action and your movement.
Yeah.
And a bonus action for Misty Step.
Wait, I have a bonus action.
You Misty Stepped.
Oh, that's right. I Misty Stepped. My bonus action was a Misty Step. My action was pick him up, and then I moved. Yeah, I'm done then. Yeah, I'm done.
Alright.
You gain legendary action Heat Blast.
Moves forward, heat blast.
Let's see. At the end of your turn, Beta, he uses a legendary action and surges forth. That room in front of you now appears to just be a solid wall of fire.
Oh,
the face looking through this archway at all of you in this hall. Azor, it is your turn.
Can I use Ethereal Step or not?
You can't use anything.
Let me look up Ethereal Step. As long as if it's what I think it is, you might be okay. Let's see. As a bonus action, you cast the Etherealness spell. Yeah, you can do that.
And I will do that to try and get back to the around the corner and towards the...
Etherealness doesn't get you movement.
Oh.
It just puts him into
it's
the
a spell.
plane where he's on.
Yeah, you step into the border regions of the ethereal plane. You remain in the border ethereal for the duration or until you use your actions to dismiss the spell. During this time, you can move in any direction if you had any movement. If you move up or down, every foot of movement costs an extra foot. If you had any to spend, you can see or hear the plane you originate from, but everything there looks gray, and you can't see anything further than 60 feet away from you. While on the ethereal plane, lost the thing. While on the ethereal plane, you can only affect and be affected by other creatures on that plane. Creatures that are not on the ethereal plane cannot perceive you and can't interact with you unless a special ability or magic gives them the ability to do so. You ignore all objects and effects that aren't on the ethereal plane. When the spell ends, you immediately return to the plane you originated from in the spot you currently occupy. If you occupy the same spot as a solid object or creature, you are shunted to the nearest unoccupied space, and take force damage equal to twice the number of feet you are moved. The spell has no effect if you cast it while you are already on the ethereal plane or a plane that doesn't border it, such as one of the outer planes.
Oh, so
you could cast it if you want to. Do you want to? You don't have to. Like, you haven't spent your action yet. I'm just asking if you want to do it now that you know what it does.
I don't know.
It wouldn't even work since it's we're on the plane of fire, which is an outer plane, right?
Yeah.
So we couldn't use it anyway.
You could try, it just might not work.
Oh.
Yeah, the planet is one of the outer poles. I mean,
Can
I'm going 15. I'm going 45 feet my next turn. I'm Misty Step with you in my arms and going 45.
You should read Misty Step, but it doesn't allow passengers.
Oh, really?
I don't think it does. Am I wrong?
Really, it does not allow passengers.
Oh, it does not.
only
Dimension
one that
Door
does
is the
that
one.
Dimension Door, Teleport, and Plane Shift.
I don't have any of those. I only have Misty.
So, Azor, is there anything you want to do on your turn?
I'm just gonna lie there in a pool of my sweat then, because I don't think there's anything I can do. That was the only thing.
Okay.
I have a mechanical question on
Uh-huh.
Is it my turn? No, it's not my
No,
turn.
it's not your turn.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
All right,
Oh,
you'll
it
wait.
is?
No,
Oh,
it's
no,
not.
it's
It is
correct.
not your turn. It is his turn.
Oh, okay.
And he does not surge forward into this room. He does not appear to step out of the shiny room. He does, however, seem to be casting a spell.
Oh, shit. Arturus?
You know what I'm doing.
All right, his spell fizzles because it is only a 3rd level spell. Arturus, it is now your turn.
Okay.
What do you do?
He's a newt! Polymorph.
It's an 18 pass.
It meets.
So yes.
Fucking bastard.
Arkellis, who showed up after the fight.
Anything else, Arturus?
Actually, Sleuth's been here for a whole round, mister.
I know. We needed him 3 rounds
No,
ago.
that's unfortunately all I can do.
You have haste still, right?
Oh, that's fucking right. I have haste.
Yes, you have haste. You can do it again. You can.
No, I don't believe that's how haste works.
Oh, that's right.
Do you wish to use any of the haste actions, though?
Yep, I'm checking really quick.
Attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object.
Dash away. We have the thing we came.
So let's see. I am. Okay, this is where it gets weird. Use an object. Does that let me use, say, a spell scroll?
Yeah.
Thunder?
Yeah, I'm going to say that use an object is like when an item says use an action to use this item in this way. I'm going to say that's the use an object action.
Okay.
So yes, you could use haste to use a scroll.
Oh wait, fuck no, that's not good. How far am I from the big swirling wall of fucking us up?
10 feet.
And Azor?
He's next to you on the ground, as is Beta. And Arkellis. You guys are all clumped up about 10 feet from this guy down the hallway.
You know what? No, fuck this guy. I'm holding my position. I'm getting Azor out of this. Can't do it right now. Wait, I can attack, which means I can grapple him. I will grab Azor!
Okay, you grab Azor. It doesn't prevent anybody else from also grabbing him.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Alright, you have... I don't think Azor is going to resist you grabbing him, since it looks like you're probably getting ready to get out of there.
And with my really speedy, fast wizard feet, I'm a move.
Alright, Beta, are you going to let go of Azor when you see Arturus trying to drag him further away down the hall?
Yes.
Alright. So, moving at half speed, you drag him 30 feet, which leads to the corner that goes to the south. So you are just around that corner.
Fuck yeah.
Anything else?
No.
You feel the back of your your back, Arcturus, heat up as this guy uses a legendary action to blast heat down that hallway. Beta and Arcellus, I need both of you to make Constitution saving throws. You both fail.
I wasn't this close to dying from exhaustion.
Yes, you were. You both take 7 points of fire damage and gain a level of exhaustion. Arcellus, it is your turn.
So there's a doorway. We have what we need. There's a very pissed off fire on our side or the far side.
So you are in a 10-foot wide corridor at an angle heading northeast and southwest. You guys originally came from northwest and southeast. You came from the southeast. It went northwest into a room that seemed to be made out of volcanic glass, where there was a monolith, and this apparently active fire, which has been bullying these guys. You are 10 feet away from this evil fire, and behind you, you know that the corridor would turn south and lead to more corridors away from the fire.
Relative safety.
That which is the way Arcturus dragged Azor.
Is there anyone else between me and the fire?
No, 10 feet of open space.
Wonderful. That makes this much simpler. Slate is pretty fire resistant, right?
Slate?
Yeah, like the stone?
Yeah, it's fairly fire resistant.
Alright. How much of this corridor can I fit in? Let's see, where is it? I want to say like a size large. Performance of creation. One large or smaller non-magical item in an empty space in 10 feet can't be worth more than 240. So I just want to clog this corridor with as much slate as I can within those parameters.
Door. Yes.
And I'm just slamming the door in this guy's face.
Alright, what's the name of that thing? Is Performance of Creation?
Yes, College of Creation Bard level 3 feature. Up to size large and a gold value of 20 times my Bard level, which would put it at 240.
Just make a door, flunk.
Alright, a 10 by 10 by 10 block of slate appears right in front of you, cutting off the heat and the light from the fire.
Alright, that takes care of that for a few hours. What's the plan now?
Gig of my memory.
We need to go back to rest.
All right. How absolutely fucked up is Azor looking?
I am almost dead.
He's got 5 levels of exhaustion and almost out of hit points.
Mm-hmm.
I am well past bloody.
So I'm gonna have to correct you on that. Wait, hold on. Let me.
Yeah, you guys are out of initiative at this point. You like that. It is no way to get past that block of stone.
Good. Fucker. I mean, I was going to blast it on my turn and then teleport away, but...
Oh no, don't worry. I have gotten very good at throwing rocks at people to end fights.
Weird. Panacea. One touch has all cures, diseases, and poisons removed, and is healed to max HP. But apparently, it doesn't treat exhaustion.
We'll just have to rest for that.
But yeah, let's see. So I'm going to apply my. Actually, no. I'm going to be a frugal bitch, given its other convenient feature.
When we're not relying on that stone to keep us from a death, I can make some diamond dust for greater restoration.
Oh, wait. So...
No greater restoration yet.
I forgot I started this session off with 2 levels of exhaustion from last time.
And then he died.
And
Yeah,
then
so I just die right here.
Yeah, you guys drag him out of there. Azor gasps his last.
Yeah, sorry, I have that in the notes
okay, so,
on my character sheet. I just saw that now.
wait. So could I bring him back to life?
If you had to, like, revivify or something, yeah.
Do have revivify. Bring him back to life. Would he have any levels of exhaustion, or would he be fine?
Well,
Let me
currently
check.
I have 8 levels of exhaustion, so...
You would have
He
died
is
at the
so
same.
many flames of dead.
I mean, that's
Let's
not wrong
see.
for the DM.
Let's see. It has died in the last minute. The creature returns to life with 1 hit point. Yeah, I would say he would at that point have 5 levels of exhaustion and 1 hit point, because it brings him back. So it doesn't heal him past 1 hit point, but as a requirement of bringing him back, it would have to be lower than 6 levels of exhaustion. So
Now,
5 levels.
what if we used Raise Dead on him before we use that Revivify?
Let's see. Raise Dead. If the creature returns to life with 1 hit point. Neutralize any poison, non-magical diseases. Doesn't remove this. Spell closes all mortal wounds, but doesn't restore missing body parts. Again, it doesn't heal him, so he would still be at 5 levels of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Okay, Revivify.
I'm gonna cast Revivify and bring him back to life, so we can go and rest.
All right, you use your 3rd diamond and bring Azor back to life. So Azor, you have 1 hit point out of your half max and are at 5 levels of exhaustion, meaning you cannot move. You are at 0 movement speed.
Okay, I got a question for you. I got a question for you.
Uh-huh.
If I cast like fly on him and then tie a rope to him, could we like poke him along?
Yes.
And it wouldn't cost anything?
Wouldn't cost you anything.
It would
Besides
cost
a
me
spell
my
slot.
dignity.
It would cost Azor is going to be cost his dignity. He wouldn't be
slot.
able to benefit from fly in the sense that he wouldn't get a movement speed, but it would allow you to like float him along like he's on like a anti-grav stretcher or something.
It's an expensive Tensor's floating disc.
It'll get us far enough away from here so we can set up a place to rest.
It would mean you are no longer at half speed dragging him along.
You know, if you want, I could just cast actual Tensor's floating disc.
Yeah, that works too. We can just lay him on that. Yeah, that works even better.
Yeah. Who's a bitch now? Not Arcturus. Arcturus pulls out the arcane stretcher.
But, I've got nothing but love for Arcturus. It's been me, you, and Pete ain't here tonight. But it's been me, you, and him all these campaigns by ourselves, struggling. I got nothing bad to say about your wizard.
All right.
Except that he doesn't have Fireball.
What
You
a transition.
You cast Tensor's floating disc, and you guys load the near death and unmoving Azor, though he still breathes.
I'm gonna poke him every like few seconds just to make sure he's still alive.
Oh, suck it, Gilbert.
So do
I
we go
got
back
to die of
to the
exhaustion
room,
first.
or do we go back to the room with the giant, or what? Or do we go to the doorway and teleport out of here?
Fuck!
What?
He beat us under.
Uh-huh.
He died of exhaustion.
Uh-huh.
He died of heat stroke, not physical exhaustion. He took the coward's way to it.
He died of exhaustion.
Good game. Good game. Have a good night, guys.
Wow.
Man, I can't believe Gilbert just fucking died. So I have no idea what's going on, so I'll let you two, three take
So
the
Sleuth,
reins.
here's the rundown. You know how I stranded us in another plane of existence? In another
Vaguely.
campaign setting? Okay, yeah.
I was
So
very late for that too.
right. So basically, lost across the plains, we went exploring, bullied a cult, fucked them up, broke their shit, vandalized their, all their nice cool stuff,
Got the
including
mission from God.
Don't hate me for this, but Underdark put a giant silver throne with 666 rubies in it, and I turned it all to dust because I thought it might have bad vibes.
You did. I remember that.
I also banished a demon lord across the plains to who God knows where, so that'll probably bite us in the ass. But we're currently inside the elemental plane of fire, snagging ourselves a aspect of fire. That way, we only have the aspect of water to go, and then I can take us home.
Yep.
Okay. What are the chances of things in here no dispel magic?
A lot. Probably. I don't know. Are we going back to the... We're going to try to force our way to the gate? Or the doorway? The portal? Or are we going back and chill at the Giant's room? I'm sure the Giant, if we get enough cash, watch us for the night.
What has to the west?
Yeah. Also, what has me spooked is we have earth and air, so we don't have to worry about getting crushed to death or suffocated. And we've just beaten getting burned to death, so now we just need to avoid drowning.
I mean, that's easy.
You happen to know the water breathing spell?
No, I
Yes.
don't. You do?
Beta does not need to breathe water.
No, do you know water breathing, the spell?
No. Beta doesn't breathe, so... That's kind of... Remember we had this debate last time we were deciding where to go? I said if Beta can't swim and she just sinks like a stone and go to a water world with no bottom, would she fall forever?
Actually, you know what?
Just fall forever?
You know what? I might be overthinking this. I mean, if it's all totally underwater, we wouldn't be able to access it anyways. Yeah, let's keep going.
So we're going to the portal or to the... Now, we got one character that's pretty much out of action, and I have 2 levels of exhaustion myself.
Well, I think we're going to need a long rest.
Yeah,
several.
Again, I make the suggestion we go back and pay the Giant to watch the party while we sleep.
That sounds pretty reasonable to me.
Was reasonable enough to give us the and I can't wait to hear what he's got to say when we come staggering back in there.
They'd our tourist do either.
On a fucking litter.
Do we trust him that much though?
Do we have a choice?
Do either of you know Greater Restoration?
Not yet. I don't get to the next level.
I'm a wizard. I don't learn things that heal people. I only learn things that destroy.
I'm not high. I only get that level. I think at level 9, I get 5th level spells.
Okay.
Or 6th level spells.
So
I have 1 5th.
4.
And Sleuth, you're at level 14, right?
Yes.
Good.
Which is still up, by the way.
So I can fix 4 levels of exhaustion. But it's going to get rid of that slight barrier and eat most of my high-level magic and a lot of the lower-level magic.
Well, if you do that and then we take a long rest, he'll be down to... He won't have any.
One of you will be at 1 level.
I'll be at 1, because I have 2 right now. I will be at 1. That fucking monster, man. Every time we failed, he gave us a 1. That was fun. That shit right there. Wow. Our armor class did matter. That was a great fight. I like that fight. That's good, Under. That was good. I like that. That was some shit right there.
Alright,
Walk into my oven.
That was some shit right there, bro.
So we're going to the Giant then?
Yeah, we're going back to the Giant's room.
Hell-yo.
Paid to tell us where the thing is. And he gets a kick out of watching adventurers come through here, I guess. I don't know what his deal is.
He really does. This is his entertainment.
I mean, he was laughing at us the last time. Ugh.
So yeah, you guys come south around that bend. You just hear him laughing up. He's like, I see you guys found the fire, huh? Your friend there looks a little toasty.
I'd say he's the wrong kind of hot and bothered, yeah.
What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? Death.
Yeah, you told us.
It has a habit of not sticking.
I wish I brought s'mores.
Ooh, that's actually a great idea. I'm going to... Fuck it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make s'mores with Performance of Creation so we can roast them. It's going to take a second level spell slot, but I've got a few to throw at trivial stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, then I'll make 2/5, 1/6, and 1/7 level spell slots going into 4 greater restorations with 2 second and 2 third level spells making the... Actually, Diamond Dust is not a single object, so I can make 1 Diamond Dust and get more than 200 gold out of it, right?
Well, you're limited to what? 250 gold?
240, but yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you could get 2 castings of Greater Restoration from 1 performance then.
Alright, 2 second level spell slots, 2/5, my 6th and my 7th go into 4 greater restorations.
Okay. And who are you casting those on?
It would be funny if I said Arcturus. I'm going to put on Azor.
It would
All
be
right.
funny because out of everyone in that fight, I fared by far the best.
All right, Azor, he reduces your exhaustion by 4 levels with the 4 castings, so you are now to 1 level of exhaustion.
Nice. I get up off the floating disc and thank the group.
Word to the wise, don't stick your hand in any campfires soon.
Duly noted. And I'll stay away from ovens as well.
No, ovens are fine. Just make sure you get a nice big slate slab between you and the fire. That being said, though, you all look like you're about ready to take a nap.
Yes.
How long has the party been adventuring?
About 8 hours.
Yeah,
been
it's
a
coming
while.
up on it. It's coming up on the time. We came from another fight into this dungeon, and yeah,
Alright,
dragging from one fight to another. Beta's almost dead, by the way.
I will... What do I have? What do I have? I'll throw my 4 first level spell slots at Azor for healing word. Four of those. Right, slash buff gone. Azor, you get 32 health back.
I'm gonna
Alright.
I'm gonna spend some second levels to heal myself.
How bad off is Beta? Like, past bloodied?
Beta's healing. I have spell slots still. We're gonna rest. I'm gonna heal.
Well, I can still use Cure Wounds.
We should save some magic in case there is problems overnight, but I'm just getting us to a relatively stable spot.
Well, I'm still bloodied, so
So that is 34, 47, 62, 75 to beta from that.
who else needs
What
to be
now?
healed?
How much time do we have?
I mean, you
I
guys
mean,
have basically
you
come
take
out of here
10
and
minutes.
spent like 5 minutes just healing up while this fire giant in the throne room to the west is just laughing at you guys.
Can we cast? Can I spend 5 minutes casting a prayer of healing for everybody? I'll even throw one on the fire giant.
Let's see.
Nothing happens during the 5
I-
minutes that you guys have been doing all this, so yeah.
All right, everybody else
Well-
gets 15 more.
Does the fire giant seem like the kind of fellow who would appreciate yakety sax?
I just threw a healing spell on him. So.
He seems like the kind of person who appreciates gold and gems.
He really does.
I'll be back in a moment.
Golden gems. Oh, let me see how much money does Beta have. I think Beta's got a lot of cash. Beta's going to take out 200 gold pieces and ask the giant, good sir, if I gave you 200 gold pieces, will you make sure we are undisturbed?
Undisturbed for how long?
8 hours.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check, Beta. Mind your exhaustion if you have any.
I have 2. What does that do?
Disadvantage. Yeah, he gets a contemplative look, and he's like, 25 gold an hour just to watch over you guys so nothing else tries to kill you? Yeah, I can do that.
You are a gentleman, sir. We thank you.
Of course, of course. Make yourselves comfortable. He's kind of like points to this otherwise bare stone room. Make yourselves comfortable.
Well, thank you, sir.
Probably with
I'm
some
back.
more laughing as well.
Yeah, he probably hadn't stopped giggling at us the whole time.
He hasn't. He
Yeah,
hasn't. But you
so-
guys are like the best entertainment he's had in like a month, so.
And now we got a bar to entertain him for a few hours.
Yeah, I'll just pull out my little hand harp and play music for the party while we wait for the rest of the day to pass and take a long rest.
Alright, yeah, so you guys all pile in there, play some music, you guys start your long rest. Are you all going to sleep?
But yeah.
I want to make the most luxurious mattress I can with my performance of creation, and it's going to last like half the night, and I'm just going to flop onto stone.
Yeah, you made like this like super puffy, overstuffed silk mattress stuffed with, like golden goose down or something. And then you guys all go to sleep.
Yeah, I'll
Except Beta.
take one.
Beta doesn't sleep.
All right.
I'll take third watch because I'll be on the stone floor anyways. I might as well be more miserable.
Sure.
Beta pulls out the books on the planes, the elemental evil, the water plane book, and he's going to start studying them.
All right. Yeah.
So I don't know what we're going into.
Sure. Yeah. Yep. So you're studying that. Party is sleeping. Third watch rolls on by. Arcellus stays up a bit, goes back to sleep on the stone floor. Fourth watch rolls around. Beta, while you've been reading this book, you realize that the way it's talking about is, like in this one, it seemed like there was like elemental fire itself that you were dealing with. The water plane, you're likely going to have to deal with water elemental. Except not just a summoned water elemental, but like elemental water itself is going to be attacking you.
I got you. I'm going to ask can I spend a few hours talking to the giant then? If he's ever
He's
been
asleep.
outside? Oh, he's asleep.
Yeah, he nodded off. So you could wake him up.
No. It's never good to wake a sleeping giant. That's not a good thing. I'll sleep. So I'm just gonna make notes and I'll remind myself and I'll tell the party when they awaken about how water itself is our enemy in the next plane.
Yep. But yeah, the 8 hours pass. You guys have had a successful long rest. You may reduce your level of exhaustion by 1.
Yay!
Why the fuck? Huh.
All right, I have -1 levels of exhaustion.
If only.
I'm energized. I'm rearing to go.
If you get to -6 levels of exhaustion, you have a heart attack and die.
I forgot to close the freezer. I'll be right back.
Alright, do I still kind of remember where I sensed the portal to be when I wake up in relation to us, or?
Make a survival check.
Has it been a dawn yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, look at those dice rolls.
Yeah, bad dice roll. However, with the 14 on your modifier, 15 is the number you were looking for. And yeah, based on how you guys moved, you think it's about 30, 40 feet to the south of you guys.
Alright, so probably just in that next room.
I'm gonna bid good day to the giant as we leave, and wish him well in making fun of future adventurers that travel in here.
Oh, I'm sure I will. Come back anytime.
Yeah, there's some that are coming. Yeah, it's really true. Well, they were. We didn't beat them up at the beginning.
I would like to equip my saxophone and have Yaki Sax queued up with my hand hovering over the play button.
Your saxophone has a play button.
Yes, it's me.
All right, yeah. You start playing Yakety Sax. What does the party do?
I'm not playing it yet, but once the party gets into trouble, I'll see if they want to play it quiet.
Well, we're moving on, I guess.
Alright,
Which way, guide? Which way?
Guess we all... Because it's... The portal, I remember sensing it just south of here, so... Let's go back to that, the first, crossroads and head south. See what's down there.
Okay.
Alright,
Ooh.
I move off.
Before I forget again, actually, do we have 10 minutes?
Yeah. I don't see anything pressing right now.
I don't know why I took this for Magic Secrets, but I have water breathing. So I'll go ahead and ritual cast that.
How long does it
How long
last?
does that last?
24 hours, I think.
I'm
Well-
back. What's up?
Oh, you
let's
have
wait till we're
yes!
about to go.
Oh,
into
by the way,
I don't think we're going to need to wait a few minutes for a spell that lasts 24 hours.
Okay, and
All right.
I want to point out that I was reading up on the plane that we're going to, and water itself will be our enemy. The element of water, not water elementals. The element of water.
Well, yeah, that makes thematic sense.
Makes sense to me.
How do you find water?
So I guess we wait for 10 minutes for that to be cast.
All right.
Yeah.
You cast water breathing.
Doesn't seem to change much in here.
Not the three of y'all.
Let's head on. I'll try and scout ahead from the crossroads down into that room where I think it is. The portal.
Okay. You head south. The sound of water gently lapping as you get closer. And you get into this room, and you can see that 4 hallways, 2 from the north and 2 from the south, lead into this long hall. The rocky, uneven floor of this room is covered in pools of steaming water. A larger chamber expands to the west and reveals a 10-foot diameter glyph on the floor. The glyph continually produces a stream of water that runs down the slightly angled room to fill the various puddles.
Great. Okay.
Well, that's our portal.
There's our portal. Is everybody ready? You said your prayers and took in your vitamins.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a cannonball into the portal.
All right. I guess I'll follow.
I will doggy paddle through.
Beta just
It's a puddle, so you're not dog paddling at anything.
You're rolling on
I'm
the ground.
probably just going to be slamming my ass into the ground on the other side on a beach or something.
No,
but I'm cannonballing through
so
with.
yeah, Arkel like jumps up into a cannonball, lands hard on his ass right on the glyph. You know, Arkel, you just feel like the searing pain up like where you land on your tailbone before there's a sizzle and a pop and you disappear. I assume the rest of you go and stand on the glyph.
Yeah.
All right,
I stand by what I said.
so you just flop over face down in the water.
You're more crawling, dragging yourself along.
Yeah.
All right. And then with a faint sizzle and an ear-popping clap, you all appear, variously, midair, before free-falling a short distance into warm water. You appear to be in a calm pool. And inside what appears to be a large, voluminous cave, lit dimly with the light of like reflecting water on the ceiling, revealing coral rock forming the inside of this cavern. Under the water, you can see a vibrant array of fanciful coral outcroppings, and the nooks and crannies of the coral reef are occupied by a myriad of equally colorful fish and other creatures, some of which you can see darting in and out of their rocky labyrinth. On one such outcropping, some 1,000 feet away, but visible because of the dim light that seems to be emanating from this watery sea, you can see another black monolith, gold glow coming from it, off to the northwest. And let's see if I can get you guys a map.
So I imagine Arkelis cannonballs onto the ground and then starts like roll over to get up, and then the portal pops and just belly flop face first into the actual water.
Yep.
And it's miserable.
Okay, we're going to cancel that. Shit. Let me get this.
Oh, is the file
76
too big, or-
megabytes.
Oh, okay.
Remember,
I was about to say, is the file too big or too phallic?
too big. So you guys are in the center of that. That's where you appear. On this like corally like pool with a coral reef around it. 1,000 feet to the northwest on that rocky outcropping, you can see a black monolith standing.
The one at the edge of the map?
Yep, the edge of the map to the northwest.
And so...
And about 1,000, to the edge of the coral reef is about 200 feet. And then you've got about 800 feet of open water to cross.
Okay, and there's like a bit of a shoal there.
Yes, you guys are standing in the center, on this shoal. It's only about 5 feet deep here.
Oh, okay.
I'd like
Can
to
I?
cast See Invisibility.
Yeah. What's the range on that? Like, how far do you see?
Line of sight.
Okay. Yeah, you can see some invisible movements along the walls and other things. It looks like some invisible creatures and whatnot do exist in this plane. They don't appear to be moving in any concerted way towards you guys.
Okay.
I would like to call upon True Sight.
Okay. You do so, and see much the same thing within range.
Oh, good. So there's no, ethereal spider crabs?
See Invisibility sees ethereal too.
No, it appears to be mostly either... it appears to be mostly like fish and some other stuff in the water. A few invisible creatures, like I said, kind of moving along the surfaces of the rocky coral outside of the water. The air here is chilly to breathe, and you guys can see your breath.
Alright, can I cast speak with animals?
Sure.
And I will ask the fish that are nearby if there's anything here that they're afraid of.
All right. Yeah, you get them. Let's see here. Yeah, it tells you that the water can turn stormy in an instant, and also there are sharks.
I thank the fish before relaying what the fish said to the group.
So... just to be clear, I can see the monolith, right?
Yes, it is some 1,000 feet away from you.
Right, so guys, we have two options that I can see. We can attempt to make our way across the water and overcome whatever obstacles are in our way, or I can be a huge dick and skip the entire dungeon.
Distant dimension door.
It's teleport, actually.
Yeah.
I can see the destination.
Before we do that,
Still a chance that goes a bit fucky, isn't there?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see.
It counts as very familiar if you have direct line of sight.
Yeah, so
there's
really
a chance.
Small chance?
There's a chance of a mishap. You have a 75% chance of arriving exactly where you want to. You have a 85% chance of arriving nearby. You have a 95% chance of arriving somewhere similar, at least. And a 5% chance of a mishap.
Can I use Detect Portal to see if I can sense the way out to the material plane?
You can definitely use Sense Portal. It does not actually... It only tells you the closest portal. It doesn't give you a choice. Like, you can't search for a type of portal.
Alright, I'll do that.
But what if he presses Control F when he does it?
He doesn't have a keyboard.
Fuck.
Where's the Artificer when we need them?
You got the next best thing. You got a bard. I can just make shit up and people will believe it.
And that has a range of a mile, right?
Yeah.
All right. To the southeast, about 1,400 feet away from you is a portal.
Maybe
So-
about a quarter mile.
Do we want to save the teleport for getting to the portal? Because that's farther away, and I don't fancy swimming with so many sharks in this area.
This is true.
If we want, I can make us a 240-ish foot long chain. I think I can fit that in the size of a large cube just coiled up.
I mean, once I get that final aspect, I should be able to get us out.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of a getting there thing. Use the chain, get us there, and like ropes in a snowstorm. Except ropes don't tend to fare well against sharks and strong currents.
So why not just teleport?
Can you teleport twice?
I can teleport once. I mean, like, once we get to the obelisk, I'm fairly certain I can get us out.
It's about a quarter mile either direction.
Not what I mean.
So
The time travel spell, I could just, if I'm understanding it right, I should just be able to yeet us home.
I think we should swim there just in case that's not how it works. Be a little bit careful.
That's fair.
How do you swim?
Oh boy.
Oh, right.
I swim doggy style.
No, Beta can't swim.
We've been over this!
Oh, in that case, we'll just use Tensor's floating disk.
That floats.
On top of the water while y'all swim across. Yeah, that would work.
Actually, I don't think it'll float over the water.
DM, ruling?
Let me check some stuff. Let's see.
It just waterboards you the whole way over.
Can move across, can't cross elevation. If you move. I would say it would go across the water, yeah.
Cool.
The three of us chain up, go underwater. Beta goes on the floating disc and gives close air support.
It floats 10 feet above the waves. It's not exactly high up.
Yeah, it's close to us and it's air support.
Sorry, no, it doesn't float. How high does it float off?
I think 5?
3 feet above the ground,
Yeah.
so above the water.
That's alright, I can shoot into the water. I got Eldritch Blast.
Wait a second. Arcellus, what's the largest object you can create?
That's large.
A boat?
10 feet in any direction, give or take.
How far is it over there?
Do you want to just make a rowboat?
I mean,
Rowboats are usually pretty long, especially if they're for 3 people.
how far is it over to the
How about a
platform?
canoe?
Canoes even more so because they're usually
A
single
rowboat
file.
is only 10 by 5.
Is it really?
It is a large vehicle. Yep. 2 crew, 2 passengers.
Alright, I'll just make that then.
And Beta, it's 800 feet from the edge of the coral reef that you guys are on to the island, or the outcropping with the obelisk. Or not obelisk, monolith.
Yeah, I was just gonna, cast fly and fly over there.
Well,
But if he's making a rowboat, I won't need to waste the spell slot. We can all go in the
I can also do this. I can also move us all to the ethereal plane for up to 8 hours if we need to.
At which point you can just float over there.
They didn't step out. That would be.
That comes with the problem of not being able to interact with the obelisk, so it's fine as an escape route, but I don't think we should use it to get over there, because then that leaves the interacting with the
All right,
obelisk on the
let's
way
go.
back a bit up in the air.
Let's go then. We'll just head on over there.
Okay, wait.
Alright, poof, pocket
Hold
robot.
on. So, if I'm hearing this right, etherealness we can use to save our asses should we get severely fucked up. Teleport can be used to get us to the far portal. Rowboat will be used to get us there. Wait. How many times can you also do this, Arcellus?
I can do it once per day without cost, and then I can use second or higher level spell slots to cast it again.
Okay, this might sound crazy. What if we have Beta fly with a bucket of chum and chum the water in a location that we're not? You said there were sharks, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are sharks. And other things.
I feel like that would just be drawing attention to the general area or not affecting the sharks we want to pull away.
Well, yeah, I can use the get out of jail free card basically as long as everyone's within 10 feet of me. So, plus the sharks are, from what we've seen, are calm right now, and chumming the water would put them into a frenzy no matter where they are.
Yeah, but how long are they going to stay?
I believe we
Yeah.
need to stay out of the water. Period.
Yeah, agree. Let's move.
You know, everything I told y'all when I was reading that book said that the water itself is our enemy. So we need to stay out of the water if we can help it.
Alright, poof, pocket robot.
All right.
Oh, hey, Under, do we know what quark is?
Huh?
Cork. Do we know what
the wine
Sorry, are you saying like cork the wood or quark? Like QUARK?
Cork is in, I believe it's a
CORK.
wood used for bottling
Right. Yes,
wine
you know what. Yes, you know what cork is.
Cork actually absorbs water really well.
It also is buoyant. If I recall correctly, we could use it to make life vests.
Yeah, that's true.
I can have one of these up at a time. I can't cast 7 different things and have all 7 up.
Ah, okay.
But we also have water breathing as well, so.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We can breathe
Gonna
water.
drown.
Right. I was more concerned about getting dragged into the depths, but yeah.
I do have 30 feet of chain on me if we need to tie ourselves together.
Well, I
Oh,
have
so we can
30
all
feet of rope.
die together.
Well, 2 of us can maybe pull the third up.
Yeah, fair enough.
You
Alright.
know, the Kraken grabs one and drags us all under.
Let's- Wait. Do any of us know how to sail?
Be that hard?
The rowboat doesn't have a sail. It's a rowboat.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Proficiency in water vehicles.
So you made the rowboat. Did you make oars?
Second level spell slot, poof, rowboat with oars. I do have proficiency with water vehicles as a marine.
Thank God.
We're just rowing in circles. If we didn't.
Left paddle, left paddle. We keep turning right, left paddle, row harder.
Alright, so let's do this and roll over.
So you all pile into the rowboat and start rowing towards the monolith?
Actually, there's one other thing I'd like to slather myself in oil of slipperiness.
Okay.
Applying the oil takes 10 minutes. The affected creature then gains the effects of freedom of movement for 8 hours.
And since oil is hydrophobic, you just glide through the water.
Look, you ain't killing me, Under. You ain't dragging me into the murky depths.
Yeah, as soon as the pocket rowboat is in the water, I'm jumping on and Captain Morganing off the front,
You,
pointing
Captain
dramatically, just pointing dramatically over the ocean. Onwards!
All right.
And then nothing happens because Gilbert's busy putting oil on himself.
Yeah, he's like lathering up. He's down with Speedo.
Oh man, if we encounter a shark or one of those Dunkleopolists, the really old armored fish with like scissor teeth, I'm gonna show it my
Mantis
teeth.
shrimp. Mantis shrimp.
Oh god, actually that's a stat block I have to pull out of the bin at some point. Okay, let's sail.
All right.
Mantis shrimp.
You guys set sail. Fortunately, you have someone who's proficient in water vehicles, so there are no skill checks to be made for piloting a rowboat. You simply start sailing.
I can dramatically point in the correct direction.
Yep. And as you start heading off, it's getting closer. You're about 100 feet off the island that you started with, when churning storm clouds begin to form overhead inside this cave. Lightning flashes, thunder booms, and strong winds begin to roar. The sea takes on a frothy appearance. Large waves start crashing. And I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw as a large boom of thunder directly overhead sounds.
So, marine steady feature, does it help at all? It's intended for landing a boat on a shore, but would the rough water be somewhat negated by that?
Let me check. Steady. You move to no. There is no such route, is what I'm saying. You are now in the middle of a storm.
Alright. And it was a Constitution?
Constitution saving throws. Alright. Azor and Beta, you guys passed. And while you flinch from the sound, nothing happens to you. Archelaus and Arcturus, however, take 8 thunder damage and are deafened.
Oh boy, now I can't hear my own terrible singing.
Yep. Now, it does take an action. Someone has to take an action to continue rowing the boat. Who's going to do that?
I'll do that.
Okay. So you continue rowing the boat. Another 6 seconds pass. The rain begins pelting down. And with a start, as you guys start hurting from it, you realize that this is acidic rain. And all of you, including the boat, take 3 acid damage.
Okay. I want to twin cast Lesser Restoration on Azor and wait, who failed? Whoever
Arcturus
failed.
and
Who
Arcellus.
failed?
Arcellus and Arcturus are deafened.
Okay, then that's the 2 I'm casting this on because this will cure deafened. Lesser Restoration. I'm twin casting it so it hits both of you. Because we're all in a rowboat within touch range, so she's just gonna put her hand on both of them and cast it.
Alright. You cast it. They are healed of their deafness. Once again, they are assaulted by the sounds of a sea in froth and storm. And then a lightning bolt strikes. And I need everyone to make a dex save.
Oh my God in heaven.
I wish I was a storm sorcerer right now.
Dice don't
I'm
fail
gonna,
me
I'm
now.
gonna, I'm gonna,
Oh.
fuck, I'm gonna do something with that. Oh fuck, even a D4 wouldn't help. Shit.
The sea
Wow.
calls for our blood, boys.
I failed.
Yep, but Azor and Arcturus pass and will take half damage. of 40 lightning damage.
We get hit by the lightning bolt?
The lightning bolt comes down right on the boat.
Holy fuck balls.
Speaking of which, your boat is looking incredibly poor and appears to be falling apart. It is down to 7 hit points out of 50.
Bayday is going to cast Fly on herself.
It is beginning to take on water.
Bayday
All right, you
is
cast
casting
Fly.
Fly.
Yeah, you cast Fly. That's fine.
The sea calls for blood. Made it in kind, and I'm going to jump into the water at the monolith.
Okay. Arturus and Azor, are you guys going to remain on the boat?
Well, I see that the boat's probably not going to get much farther, so
So,
I'll just...
before you jump in, how big is the boat?
10 by 5.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's an object?
It is a large object.
All right. Out of curiosity, how much do you weigh, Azor? And how much does... Actually, it doesn't really matter about.
I'm a halfling, so I weigh 45 pounds. Or,
Okay.
rather.
And how much does that boat weigh?
I think the boat weighs like 100 pounds if it's the same one Nala was carrying around for half of FFAM.
Do it, Gilbert. You're doing
100 pounds works.
I lift the boat with telekinesis!
That's not what I thought you were doing. I thought you was going to animate object the boat.
No, I command the boat to rise!
And like the Flying Dutchman, it crests a wave and just keeps going above the water. The water slowly draining out at the bottom of the boat as you continue moving forward.
I'd like to get close enough to pick up Arcellus.
Like he just jumped into the water. He could easily hop back in if he wants to.
I'm engaging the enemy. There is no retreat.
So you're swimming?
Yeah.
Alright. So you're swimming, Beta's flying, the boat is also flying.
I'm captaining a ship.
As the hail begins to fall.
I've taught him well.
So, those of you flying get no save. However, because Arcellus is in the water, you may make a deck save.
Stuff's just swept up in a windstorm. Oh my god, this is fucking... I thought the water was
that's not bad.
not everything.
There's water in the air.
Alright, Arcellus, yeah. You realize that hail starts to fall and you dive a little bit, the hailstone's hitting you, but the water significantly damping the blows, resulting in no damage.
Oh god.
Everybody else takes 9 bludgeoning damage, destroying what remains of the boat. Arcturus and Azor fall into the water as your levitate breaks as the object it was anchored on is destroyed.
Dang it, I was about to say, can I hold it together with raw telekinetic force?
Tell you what, make a concentration check. Let's see.
Oh, sweet.
You need to make it anyway because of the damage you took, but make another one.
Nope.
Nope, levitate fails as well. You all fall into the sea, except for Beta.
I got a question about that.
Oh, Beta, you have to make a concentration check because you took damage while flying.
Oh, yeah.
You're still flying. Alright, what's your question?
Okay, since water, you would have to have a swim speed, could I just convert my fly speed to a swim speed? Because it would give me movement underwater?
Yes.
Beta doesn't know how to swim, so I was
Yes,
gonna use fly to
if
swim
you were
underwater.
if you had fly cast, like in magical flight and you're underwater, you can use flight to propel yourself at fly movement speeds.
Oh, good. Well, then the Beta's going to dive into the water.
Alright, you dive into the water after getting pelted by a bunch of stones. So the rest of this won't actually matter for you, Beta, because you can just remain under the water. The rest of you, as you move out of the hailstones, are into gusts and freezing rain that continue to assail you as you move towards this island, this outcropping. At times, you even lose sight of the monolith as the rain gets so dense.
And I find Arcturus.
They are all in the water. Swimming doesn't take a skill check. It's just you're moving at half speed unless you have a swim speed.
Oh, thank God. If this is the nautical campaign, we'd be drowning.
Arcturus, you have Dimension Door, right?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Follow me. I'm going to grab Azor and Dimension Door over to that monolith if I can.
You can get closer to it. Dimension Door is a range limit of 500 feet, and you guys are currently... Actually, that would put you at about 500 feet from it. So go ahead and make a concentration check. Casting in weather while you are swimming is difficult, and there is a chance that you will lose the spell while casting it. The spell succeeds. Dimension Door, doesn't it have a limit of one person to bring?
One carry-on. So caster +1.
Right, who did you grab?
I'm
Arcturus or
grabbing
Azor?
Azor.
Alright.
Azor because Arcturus can cast his own Dimension Door.
Okay. You grab Azor and Dimension Door out of there, appearing on the island. Arcturus, you're alone in the water, because you can see Beta just, torpedoing forward. Do you do anything, Arcturus?
Yes, I'm getting out of my second phobia.
Dimension Door?
I'm Dimension Dooring, motherfucker.
Concentration
You're
check.
not leaving me alone out here?
Concentration check, please.
How
All
far
right.
forward did they go?
They Dimension Doored 500 feet ahead through what remains of the storm and appear in the outcropping.
Okay, it'll take me a...
It'll take you a minute to get there, but you'll get there eventually.
Yeah, I'm dashing, so I have 120 feet of movement.
Aha, excellent, yeah. So you guys arrive on the shore. I assume everyone's looking at this monolith, and you have these arcane runes seem to dance in front of you and burn themselves into your minds.
If this takes more than a few seconds...
It is instantaneous upon looking at it. Within range. Now, most of you don't have the rest of the spell parts. So only Arcturus is able to put this together with the other parts of the spell and knows this spell now. Let me type this out then.
Is the spell something that can be taught normally, or does it have to be etch-a-sketched into somebody's brain?
It can be taught. You can make spell scrolls out of it. Well, sort of. You can't really make a spell scroll of it. It can only be taught directly.
Okay.
So Arcturus would have to spin the knobs of the Etch-a-Sketch in our mind.
Just grabs your cheeks and starts twisting back and forth. Oh fuck, I missed that line. Grab the person, shake them over a pit. It's entirely unnecessary, it's just dramatic effect.
I am so very excited.
Yeah, sorry, there is a... Ooh.
I
I will have to make a picture for that. The table. There's a table involved.
There's a table?
Yes.
100 tables?
I should have put all of this in a... actually, I'm being limited by the thing. Hold on. Easier way of doing that. Yes, the character count, believe it or not. Here, I'll do it the easy way. Here is the first part.
That worries me slightly,
The second part.
coming from our deranged wizard.
And the third and final part.
Well, I mean, at least you have a good chance of doing it because oh my god. Oh my god. The stress of casting the spell weakens you. Upon casting the spell, you gain 3 levels of exhaustion. Your strength and constitution drop to 1 if they are not 1 or lower already. How could you have a strength score lower than 1? What?
Well, you could have 0 and be dead.
But then you couldn't cast the spell!
If there was some weird edge case, I'm just covering my bases here.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Ooh, interesting there. Prepare entire mind.
Yes, you can prepare no other spells if you prepare that after a long rest.
Wow, this is...
There is a part of me that wants to be the biggest trolley wizard and just have this be my only spell ever prepared.
Note the casting time.
We can make a fortune taking people to other realms and shit. You know? Fuck that, yes. You can make all kinds of things.
Wait, hold up.
Taking adventuring parties to and from a different realms and shit. Imagine the money you could make.
Okay. It's 17 levels worth of spell slots, not 17th level. Okay.
Correct. So you must have at least that many spell slots in order to cast the spell, but it will burn all of them when you cast it. If you notice, you can cast it with fewer than that, but you probably don't want to.
Is this a spell of your own design under?
Yes.
This is awesome.
That's why you had to collect 4 different fucking pieces from 2 different worlds to actually put it together.
But it's an OP spell. Shit.
It was absolutely worth blowing myself up.
Yeah, did you notice the last line of the spell?
I haven't actually read it that part yet.
There's 3 potential outcomes. You're either on target and nearby, or you have a mishap.
A mishap gives you 24d10 force damage? What?
Yeah, it turns out dimensional shear is a thing.
Oh my god! You'd make it back and everybody in the party would just...
Yeah, a mishap could easily TPK a party if they're low enough level or low enough hit points.
I mean, that's the max of 240. You would have to be a high-level barbarian or fighter class, combat class to stand that kind of damage.
Yeah, but it's going to average around 110, 120 or so. So, a little more survivable.
This is also very wisely built to
Yeah.
curb what we know I would be doing with this if there wasn't those repercussions.
Yeah, you would try to...
You would be using this all the time.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, seriously. I'd basically be going, and we'll copy this character and place him over in this dimension, and we'll move this one over here.
Okay, see, it shouldn't be that hard to send us back to where we're going because we're familiar with where you're from, where we're going. So.
Yeah, like Arturus is from the Shielded Lands. He could easily teleport all of you guys back to the Shielded Lands, and if you notice, there is no chance of a mishap when the caster is from where you're going to.
Here's the other fun thing. we could go to where Azor's from, which is the past of our world.
Indeed. Though there is a
Or-
5% chance of ending up nearby instead of where you intended.
I do have a question.
Mhm.
Do we have to deal with time paradox bullshit? Or is this multiverse theory?
You wouldn't know, would you?
We haven't done it yet.
I am so very tempted.
If we get back to our time and the place is fucked, it's because you sent that demon back to the early part of our world and swapped him for Azor, and that's why our place is just.
That may have been part of the plan. Okay. Other than that, I had a thought.
Really? Damn. Beta, you have to kill Beta because Beta's not going to go evil.
Oh no, that's not quite what I meant. So, if it's a time that we know, and Underdark.
Mm-hmm.
Let's. Okay. Hear me out, guys. This is my brilliant plan.
Let's just
So
go back to where we were starting.
How about we use this power and we travel back in time? Oh, maybe a month or two. Back to the Ravam Remnant. Very specifically to a campsite that some owl bears pass through just down the hill from a Zvart cave.
You want to save a character, don't you?
More like, okay, actually, no. That would get into some interesting causality paradoxes.
Wait,
But no, more my thought process is travel back in time and curb stomp the Zvart cave with level 14 characters.
But then our characters wouldn't have got there, and we wouldn't have picked up that slot. We wouldn't have got that slaughtered, and our characters wouldn't be this characters on this adventure.
But you see... One moment while I pull out the graveyard.
You would go back to at least
You
three
see,
characters back.
Looking at this here graveyard, Beta was not introduced until later. Specifically when we arrived at the town where Zargrazov was from. Every other player character had perished up until that point.
Right, I had lost 2 characters up into that point. If we did not go to that cave, I wouldn't have lost one.
Yeah, but that gets into player stuff. As
And
opposed...
then Beta wouldn't have had to come in, I'd still be using the other guy.
I'm pretty sure we count as separate characters in this regard. After all, Beta's arrival at the town is outside of the game, like the gaming meta, only appeared because a character died and the player swapped out characters.
Yes,
as far as I can surmise,
but Beta in storyline came because her other 2 sisters had died. The Zvart cave killed one of them. So if we don't do the Zvart cave, then one of mine wouldn't have died.
Oh, and thus yours... Wait, are you saying that Beta specifically went to that city with Zargrazov because the other one died?
Just because the 2 other sisters died. They were her only friends, and she came to find out why they were missing.
Fuck, so I would end up kicking your ass with a paradox there.
well, what you could do is have Beta from the future tell the sister from the past to send a mysterious letter asking Beta to come to this city at a specific time and place to meet up with the party.
And then it turns out... And then it turns...
Bill and Ted, we can't keep going back and changing it like that.
And then it turns out Beta the entire campaign was actually level 14 and holding back, using only 2% of her power. Oh man, this is getting silly.
I say we just go back to where we came when we came here. I mean, if we can help it, we can appear back in town would be better. Or close right outside of town. If you're that pinpointed. I mean, do you know where in the world we will appear? Will it appear right where we left, or
Why would I send us back to where I took us from? There's a fucking dragon there.
okay? Then where would we go? Where would we go? Can you pinpoint where you take us?
Yes, he can. The target destination is a combination of a location and a time, and the caster chooses the target location and time when he starts casting the spell.
Oh, okay. So you could put us back right outside of what's the main town we were in? Fuck, I don't remember.
Could you put us back right inside the dragon?
No, we don't want to go back to the dragon cave. That was bad. That was
No.
bad.
Inside the dragon.
Who wants to telefrag the dragon?
Yeah. Could you imagine how uncomfortable it would be to have an entire party suddenly show up inside you with a rowboat?
What rowboat?
Robo's gone, man.
Oh, splinters of a rowboat. We could always summon another rowboat before we go back.
We could all be sitting in the rowboat and teleport in the middle of town. Boy, that would be some sight to see then. Like, look at these idiots sitting in the middle of the street in a boat.
I'm trying to think how much of a troll I can be, because... Well, let's see. So... Okay, I just had a really stupid idea. Remember how the party went westward along that trail? Time travel is back like 3 days behind the party, and then just do all the quests that we skipped because we were easily intimidated.
See, I don't remember where we were in the Shielded Lands.
So, we were in the Dragon Throne, but we were being made into some dragon's bitch. So...
Is that the one we that threatened the mission with the dragon that threatened us, and Beta looked at it, was like, you want us to turn on our friend and help you? That one? That dragon?
The one I had to yeet us out of because you took a shot at him. I was neutral, and Pete said, nah, we should work for him.
No. Beta, yes, Beta took a shot at him. He was evil. He told us to betray the person that had hired us to do this, and work for him instead. And Beta couldn't abide by that, so she blasted him.
What?
What fucking sloop post?
I mean, you could always throw us into someplace like Spellcheck or something.
No. We should be getting back to Shielded Lands.
But where was the city we started at? Where before we hooked up with the dragon?
Oh, I don't know.
Because we had a main quest we were hired by one dragon to kill another one. Right?
Yeah.
And then the one that we were supposed to kill wanted us to turn on the one that hired us and work for him instead. Okay, I'm just trying to refresh my memory, trying to remember it all.
Sleuth, what do you think? You've been quiet so far. I know, guys. Let's use it to go right outside of Underdark's house.
Forbidden magics prevent that teleportation. Ancient, evil, and powerful magics.
You just find out the Underdark's house has several hundred layers of wards around it.
And we immediately get disintegrated the moment we step on his lawn.
There's a flash, a puff
We
of
could go
smoke.
back before attempting assassination quest and kidnap ourselves and become our own arch. What? Again, we'll get into that paradoxical loop. If we kill ourselves in the past, will we stop being from the future?
Actually, no. I get what he's saying. We go back in time, we kill the original occupants of that Sapphire Dragon's lair, and then we become the Sapphire Dragon and whatnot. Like through high-level magic bullshit.
That means we'd be fighting our own low-level party.
No. That means that we're the ones that trigger the event that forced me to yeet us into another plane. Turns out that that weird thing that Underdark was disappointed that didn't get revealed. Turns out that was the party. Hey, Underdark, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
The farther I fling us back, how much does that inconvenience you for the evening?
Don't worry about it. That should not be a consideration for you.
I mean, fair enough. All right, guys. Let's find a nice way to fortify our position, because I'll need to prepare the spell.
So you guys are just going to hang out here in this elemental plane of water and just on this rocky shoal, this monolith.
Yeah, don't we want to try and get to that portal?
Where does the portal take us?
No idea. We'll have to see. Or can't you create a slate hut around us? It might be cramped, but we can sit there for a little bit.
Well, that's exactly what I'm thinking. We create a fortified place to sleep for tonight.
10 by 10 sort of area.
God, I can do better than that.
Yeah.
We're going into the game!
No, seriously, if needed, I can transmute rock out of the way, I can fabricate, I can disintegrate.
Yeah, and this is a cave, right? So you can disintegrate the coral roof. Or shape that into something. A mini wizard's tower.
Yeah, how far inland can we get on here?
Checking. 50 feet. At that point, you're up against the wall of this cave, this water-filled cave.
Arcellus, are you also able to assist in creating a shelter? Sleuth?
Looks like you sapient.
He says it lasts for 5 hours.
Yeah, Under, I'd have to prep this, right?
To cast it, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Like it doesn't come automatically pre-prepped right now.
Correct.
Ready. Okay. Yeah, so Under, I'd like to head up to like the rock wall here
Uh-huh.
and cast Disintegrate.
Okay, how much material does disintegrate do? 10 foot, right?
10 by 10.
All right. Yeah, you hollow out a 10 by 10 by 10 area into the rock.
All right. I would then like to use some transmute rock to melt 40 cubic feet of stone. So digging a little bit farther in, just kind of pulling out some of the actual dirt around us. Basically, through a combination of fabricate, transmute rock, and that use of disintegrate and some mold earth that I possess, I would like to create a structure.
So what, you're just building yourself a bunker here?
Correct.
Okay.
I am building a bunker.
Yeah, takes you a bit of time, about an hour or so. The rest of you can have a short rest in that time as he basically builds a bunker.
Beta wants to help. Anyway, move stuff.
Well, he's using all magic spells and transmute rock and shit. It's all moving magically.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Yeah, you fortify yourselves in there after an hour. What do you do next?
Well, folks, shall we take a rest?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys sit there. You're basically going to be sitting there all day. You're going to need about 24 hours because you just took a long rest.
Wow, we did that fast.
You had good ideas for bypassing the hazards. But the time passes, and then you guys come up to your long rest. Do you guys set a watch, or do you all just go to sleep?
We should still
A rest.
probably set a watch.
Yeah, watch. I mean, yeah.
Okay, what's your watch order?
Beta.
I'll take first.
Okay, I'll start typing.
Beta. All watches.
Arcellus, should I stick you on 2 or 3? Or perhaps 4? Actually, wait. Hey, Sleuth, how about you just... never mind. Okay, so, you'll do it 3, okay. I'll do 2. There we go.
Okay. Let's see. Alright. Your long rest goes off without any problems. You guys have had a successful long rest and may remove another level of exhaustion if you have any.
Yay!
I assume at this point, Arcturus, you are preparing this spell.
Indeed. I am filling my mind with the knowledge needed to rend open the plains.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, but you guys, take your long rest in this elemental watery bunker. It's a bit damp and chilly, but serviceable. Morning has come. The dawn has passed. What paths do you guys take?
Alright. Under.
Uh-huh.
Do I need to, have the exact date and time, or can I, state it in the same way that I can do that stuff with Dimension Door?
You need not specify it in absolute terms. Relative is fine, if that's what you're asking. For example, you could use this as a very expensive dimension door and say current time and 500 feet up.
Okay.
Bear in mind the familiarity requirements, though. If it's not the place you're from, then you're very quickly going to be following all the way down to description only if you're giving a very parametric destination.
Alright. I think I should like to... Oh, let's see. I think I should like to go home. Back to the capital of the Ravam Remnant, where all the Septimi are from.
Okay.
Let's stick it at home.
All right. And to be clear, do you also mean your home time?
Let's see.
Would Arcturus think about this when casting the spell?
Oh, absolutely.
The spell explicitly requires him to specify it. He can choose not to, and it's just going to use current time, like now, as the time.
I mean, you could go and replace. Never.
I will put us there. Under.
Mm-hmm.
How long has this campaign actually been going?
Like in game time?
Yeah, in universe.
It's been about 6 months.
Alright. I will stick us home about campaign start.
Okay. So a destination that you are very familiar with.
Mm-hmm. At a time when Arcturus has already left.
Right, but what I'm saying, though, is that's not the time you're from. Like, that's... You know what I mean? You would only qualify for very familiar, if that's what you're going for.
Oh, because
You're not from that time. That's in your past.
okay, okay, that makes more sense to me now. Okay.
Unless you are a creature that exists in multiple times at the same time, only your current time is the time you are from. That is, you are always from your present. You can go to your past, but you're not from your past. So therefore, you would at most be very familiar with it. And that's only because you're going to a very familiar location that you're very familiar with it. If it's like some random campsite in the middle of the woods outside a certain cave, it would be seen casually.
All right, so then this would be a time I'm very familiar with a mishap chance of 1%.
Yes.
And what could go wrong?
Like, you would understand this as part of casting the spell.
Right. Uh, hmm. Well, Sleuth and I are two halves of the same idiot. I'll do it under. I'll take that very familiar role.
Okay. Well,
So,
you're not
yeah.
making the roll yet. But you
Right,
fixed
right.
your destination and you are starting to cast the spell. Is that correct?
That is correct. I
Okay.
am sending us back, in terms of time, to, I guess this would be parallel date, separate location, campaign start, capital of the Ravum Remnant, where all the Septimi are from.
Indeed.
How many years does this relatively throw me forward in time?
Let me double check on that.
Enough that your entire civilization is gone.
Yeah, I mean, they're gone, and that happened. So they don't know. Like, there's no way you'd be able to get this information. Long enough that the wrecks of your cities have turned into subterranean ruins upon which a cities have been built upon.
So I wouldn't even know this is the same world.
It is going to
Unless I
look.
ask
It
the
would look like an
scholars.
alien world to you. Yes.
Ooh.
There is a part
Fun.
of me that was like, I would like to send us to the exact moment when the flow switched polarity. You know, see the cities come crashing down. Figured that'd be a dumb idea.
Any way it goes, it'll be traumatic for my character, so let's do this.
Yeah, that's a good point, Sleuth. That's a good point. We can do that later. Yeah. So, D100?
No. As I said, you will make that roll at the end of casting. Casting takes 16 hours. So you're sitting in this bunker, he's going whoa, low, low for 16 hours. Are the rest of you doing anything while he's doing this? Otherwise, you essentially have a day of downtime.
Read the books I have on the plane of elemental plane of water.
I don't.
It's okay if you guys don't. I'm just asking because we have time. Right?
Oh, I'm just reading. No, I don't have anything I need to do.
All right. So, 8 hours pass uninterrupted. Actually, nothing's going to interrupt you here. Like, you guys are in a bunker hidden in the wall. You guys are fairly well safe. The issue, however, is, Arcturus, that after 8 hours, you need to begin making exhaustion saving throws for the remaining 8 hours. So please make a Constitution saving throw, Arcturus, as you go into the 9th hour of casting. Okay. And the 10th hour? Okay. The 11th. The 12th. The 13th. Okay. You gain a level of exhaustion and need to make a concentration save.
Oh, Sleuth wants to know if he can Bardic.
This is over periods of hours. I don't think Bardic Inspirations last that long. Do they? I was under the impression they only last like a minute.
The Bard. Bard has knowledge.
Okay. Well, this is the 13th hour of casting. So I don't think you would know ahead of time that you would have to cast it for this particular check. So I'm sorry, but no.
What about guidance?
Guidance only lasts 1 minute.
Would the Greater Restoration be able to, if applied quickly enough, assist?
If you guys see him stumbling, yeah, I would say so.
So
Beta
would that
doesn't
be like a
sleep. Can I
perception?
continually cast guidance on him?
You would be risking levels of exhaustion on your own then.
I mean, Beta having levels of injunction would be better than.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna stay there and cape casting thing on him. Yes.
Okay. So Beta, then in that case, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Constitution saves from you. All right, and Arkelis is casting Greater Restoration as he sees you stumbling, so that you would have advantage on the concentration save. And get the D4 from Guidance.
How many did you need? 5?
5 Constitution saving throws. All right, no levels of exhaustion for you, Beta, nor for you, Arcturus. Right? Oh no, you got the 1, and then but you didn't lose the spell. So we're on to the 14th hour of casting. Arcturus, con save.
You do have guidance on that.
That is true. You would have guidance, so go ahead and roll a d4. Okay. And Beta, I need a con save from you as well, then. Okay. 15th hour. Arcturus Beta, con saves. Beta, you gain a level of exhaustion.
Okay.
16th and final hour. Arcturus Beta, con saves. Arcturus, you gain a level of exhaustion and need to make another concentration check. Same rules apply as before, so if they're doing Greater Restoration and all that, you would have advantage on the d4. Alright. Alright. You successfully keep the spell. The spell goes off. Please roll a d100.
Jesus. Oh, Lord.
Alright.
Man, if he'd have rolled a 1 after all of that, I'd have been pissed. Bro.
Telefrag!
Alright. Arcturus. You find yourself and the whole party with you standing in a very familiar square. A mosaic of the Ravam Sigil underneath you, cracked with moss growing between it, a greenish haze tinging the sky. The ruins of the capital that you once knew lay around you. Multiple story tall mushrooms reach into the sky like skyscrapers. And you realize that something horrible has happened.
What the hell is this? I thought you said you were taking us home.
What the hell, man? We don't. None of us recognize where we are. What the hell? Where are we at now?
And Arcturus, you have your 3 levels of exhaustion. Your strength and con are now 1 for roll 2d6.
I'm processing what I'm pretty sure I just did.
I wouldn't know what happened. But
Yeah, you suddenly he's like, yeah, we're going to my capital hometown, and he teleports you into this ruin with these mushrooms growing up through everything.
So none of us know what this place is because none of us seen it.
It looks like a ruined city that has been taken over by whatever fungal fauna grow here.
Yep. I recall a certain menacing laugh. 2d6.
2d6. Well, you have a strength and a con of 1 for the next 10 days.
Well, we're on downtime for the next 10 days, unless we want to put him in like a cart.
Okay. Arkellis, you can do that, so Arcturus, you are reduced to 1 level of exhaustion then. Well, -2,
right.
so you only take 1 net from casting the spell. So you're no longer at 5, I believe it was.
And my strength and con are at 1?
Your strength and con are at 1. Actually, that is correct. Greater Restoration, I believe, can restore ability score damage. Then Arkellis, you need to specify which ones you're doing. Because he has 5 levels of exhaustion, a strength to 1 and con to 1. If you're casting Greater Restoration twice, what aspects are you using? Okay. So Arcturus, that would bring you, I believe, to 4 levels of exhaustion and a strength of 1 for the next 10 days. Your constitution is restored back to normal.
That is doable. That is doable. That is doable.
Under?
Yes.
These mushrooms.
Uh-huh.
Do they have a certain similarity to a certain, demonic imagery we've seen?
Why, yes. They happen to be very similar to those images.
Wait, what images? What?
Mister, you know the intro to Samurai Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out I flung her into the future, where her evil was law.
I told you that's what you did, motherfucker. We knew that's
God.
No, you flung her into the past.
Oh, that's right. We did the inverse here. we have achieved the inverse.
I told you flung her from. You didn't fling her in time. You just flung her in locations. You took her from ancient where we were to ancient where our world was.
Actually, Mister, I took her. Okay, so my understanding is this: we fought the Sapphire Dragon. I moved us parallel instances of time, so I basically just moved us across space to a different campaign setting. Then I removed
we also
her.
went back in time too.
No, we didn't.
We didn't.
No, we didn't. I ended up pulling.
I'm curious how you're making that assessment so authoritatively.
Yeah, I thought we went.
I am making the assessment based entirely off of some sinisterly worded statements that you made.
Okay. I would just point out that time is an axis that exists solely within one universe.
That is a good point. But yeah, at minimum, Mister, we transitioned planes. I pulled Azor from our past, and
replaced the
apparently,
chick there.
no, I put her in a different time period of the past, maybe, or they just swapped places,
They
and
probably just swapped.
this
places.
leads to some interesting paradoxical stuff. Well, maybe multiverse theory. Who knows? I mean, this is called the Sea of Realities. So, fuck. Guys,
What?
these are bad, sinister mushrooms. We need to get the fuck out of here.
All right, let's go.
So, we need to find a place to hole up for a few days while you recover enough to take us to where we need to go.
So what do you guys do?
Well, do the houses around look intact enough where we can hole up in one?
No.
Can I scan them?
Sleuth, if these paradoxes were interactive, Underdark would have made us pay for this adventure.
No.
Oh, come on.
This city appears to have been long abandoned. The buildings are all ruins. Mushrooms growing out of them of various heights. The obvious big ones are these big multi-story ones, but there are also mushrooms all over the place. Slime, moss, muck, an odor of decay, and a green tinge to the air.
This is just lovely.
Does anything look... Can I try and find a high place to look out and see where things are? Or see the lay of the land?
Make a survival check.
$32.
All right, yeah. Off in the distance, barely visible through the tinge, you can see what appears to be a once magnificent stone structure on a hill. It appears to be near the center of the town, like a citadel.
Alright, I'll climb down and relay that to the party and say, maybe we should probably try and hold up there while we figure out what we're gonna do. How far is it away?
It appears to be about a mile away. Down this main wide boulevard, mushrooms growing on either side like a canopy. When you point it out, our tourists would know that that is the Grand Palace of the Emperor. Well, what remains of it, anyway.
Was there an emperor in my time?
No, there was no Ravam remnant to have an emperor of.
So when Arcturus mentions that, I'm like, emperor? What emperor?
I'm not sure it matters now.
Alright.
I have made some terrible mistakes.
So if the party has no other ideas, I'll try and pick my way through these spore-infested streets down towards the palace.
Okay. You guys start moving down this boulevard.
Wait,
Uh-huh.
Azor, we need to rest.
Out here? Oh. In the open?
No, I mean, we might want to withdraw from the city.
When I looked around, did the area outside of the city look the same, or?
As far as you could tell, yeah.
So I'll just say this is the only place that looks semi-normal and safe. The mushrooms and rot go as far as the eye can see in any direction. And
Fuck.
if no one has any other uh ideas, I'll start heading off back down the street,
I'm gonna need one of you guys to carry me.
cautiously scouting out ahead.
Beta will carry you. It's fine. Beta has you.
Okay. All right, you guys start moving down the boulevard. Azor in the lead, scouting ahead. Azor, what's your passive perception?
14.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are moving, about a quarter mile into this when you notice some movement, and one of the slime, like bits of slime and muck, starts moving towards you. You guys should roll initiative. All right, Beta. I don't. Does anybody have a passive perception lower than 10?
I don't. Mine's 20.
No, mine's 13 or 14.
All right, yeah. So you guys can all see this ooze moving then. Yeah.
Well, I guess. Is it moving aggressively towards us?
Well, it looks to be really, really mucky looking and attracted to Azor, who was scouting, like a moth to flame. So,
How far ahead of? I mean, how fast is it moving towards him?
it looks to have about a 30-foot movement speed. But you guys were in the middle of a boulevard that was 50 feet wide, so it's not quite on top of him yet. He was about 30 feet ahead of you guys.
Does he know it's coming?
Yeah, he obviously saw it.
Okay. Fuck it, let's blast it.
All right, roll to hit. Well then, 3 hits, one of which is a crit. All right, yeah, you're just blowing chunks of it away. Anything else?
So it's heading towards Azor, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then I am going to cast Sanctuary on Azor.
All right. Well, this thing moves up to within 10 feet of Azor, and several pseudopods will begin to lash out, and it has to make wisdom saves. Does a 13 pass?
No.
Then all of the attacks fail. Arcellus. Nice. Yep. Yeah, looks like it took it. Anything else? Alright, Azor, you start your turn within 10 feet of this thing, which means you need to make a Constitution saving throw, as it has an overwhelmingly bad stench to it.
Ooh.
12.
You are poisoned.
Ow.
Alright.
This imposes a disadvantage on all attack and ability checks.
Nice.
But it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I will try and hit it with my dagger of venom.
Alright, you run up into melee with it. Roll to hit. That hits. Wait, you should be at disadvantage.
No, right, sorry. I'll roll that again.
You still hit. Roll damage.
And I will use favorite foe since I succeeded on a hit.
Okie dokie.
They'll add 1d8 damage.
Alright.
.11 damage. Does that poison it?
Hold on. Let me load the dagger venom real quick. Yeah, it has to try to make that con save. I think a 22 passes, though.
Yep.
Alright, anything else?
That will be it for me.
Alright, Arcturus. Do you do anything?
Other than process, do I still have cantrips?
Cantrips do not require spell slots.
Had to be sure. What's the range of this thing?
This would be 30 feet from you. Sorry, no, 40 feet from you.
Firebolt.
Yeah, firebolt.
Alright, roll to hit.
Actually, wait. Oh, no, never mind. That one, wait. You know, how close is Azor to that thing?
He ran into melee with it.
Oh shoot, I totally forgot I could have used Misty Step. Oh well.
So what are you doing, Arcturus?
Blast it.
Well, I can't reach it, so firebolt.
Roll to hit. That hits. Alright, your firebolt hits it and fizzles out against the ooze, doing apparently nothing. You take 6 points of necrotic damage.
What causes it?
While you are recovering from the above ability score damage, casting any spell causes you to take 1d10 necrotic damage per level of that spell, minimum of 1d10. This damage cannot be reduced or prevented in any way.
Good to know.
If he had recovered both your strength and constitution, that wouldn't apply. But because you only did one of them, you are still recovering from the ability score damage.
Alrighty.
He pinned the spell so you can make sure you remember.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I pinned it because it's currently a screenshot, and I don't know, export it or copy down or some shit in the future.
Yeah, I didn't actually write this out into a text file.
All good.
Alright, anything else in your turn, Arturus?
Yes, Arcturus is going to seep into existential dread.
Okay. Beta.
Beta is going to blast it again.
Alrighty. Roll to hit. Three hits.
$26 force damage.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this thing's looking damaged. Anything else?
I believe that maybe it. I think. I don't know. Let me look. Yes, that's it.
Alright, this guy. Well, he's going to wallop Azor. Azor, does a 19 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So it wallops you with 3 pseudopods for 72 points of bludgeoning and acid damage. And I need 3 constitution saving throws from you.
Is there a way you can iterate, or should I just do it 3 times?
You could iterate the same way I made 3 attacks.
I'll just do it like that.
Okay.
And I pass one, I guess.
Uh-huh. Alrighty. Well, Arcellus seems to have flown the coop. Azor, it is your turn. Oh, well, wait, it's Arcellus. She's typing. Alright, Arcellus, it is your turn.
Sleuth, I have you.
What do you do on your turn, Arcellus, if you can hear us? Yes. Alright, well, so you take some psychic damage then. Alrighty. Alright. Then in that case, it is Azor's turn.
Alright, I'll jump back away from the slime.
Okay.
40.
Well,
Let's see, what is my...
it will take an attack of opportunity as you move away. Does a 13 hit you?
No, it does not.
Alright, so you dodge as you move back. How far are you moving back?
I keep getting this confused with my other character. 35 feet.
Okay. You move back 35 feet. Anything else?
I will throw an arrow in the air and cast Conjure Barrage.
Okay.
And
So I believe that's a deck save.
yeah. God, sorry. These abbreviated notes don't give the saves.
It's a deck save.
Or it doesn't
Also,
give the number.
they do list the save.
So
Do they?
what is the saving
Yeah.
throw DC?
Scroll up to the top of your spell page, upper right.
Oh, 17.
All right, so it failed. So go ahead and roll the 3d8 damage you deal. You toss up an arrow, and many arrows appear and suddenly shoot forward into the ooze.
19 damage.
All right, that bloodies him.
And that is it for me.
Okay, Arcturus. You were handed a heavy crossbow.
I drop it because I have one strength.
Okay. He clatters to the ground.
If it was loaded, does it go off?
Well, presumably it would have dropped in a way that it would not have hit anything.
I throw a bar of soap at the ooze.
You have soap in your inventory?
I do.
Okay. Make a ranged attack roll with dex.
Okay.
So d20 plus your dex mod.
That should have been disadvantage anyways. 1 second. Okay, so an 8, yeah.
Yeah, so you chuck it forward all of like 3 feet. It slips out of your hand at the last moment.
Sweaty palms.
Anything else?
No, continue to let the existential dread sink in.
Yep. Beta?
We still dealing with this slime?
Yep, but it's bloodied.
I'm gonna blast it again.
Roll to hit. Three hits. All right. Yep. Ooze leaving these like brownish red streaks on the cobblestone of this boulevard. Anything else?
How is the other party members doing? Azor, he was the one in combat with the thing.
Oh,
I am very bloodied.
Okay, well then I'm gonna drop a healing on him. I'll give you 10 for now.
anything else, Beta?
No, that's it.
All right, this guy. Oh, since the ranger backed off, the slime is going to schlep forward and is going to throw some pseudopods at Beta. Does a 22 hit you, Beta?
No.
All right, bounces off. Marcellus. Alright, looks like it failed. Take some psychic damage. Yep. It then backs off 30 feet. As it is looking heavily damaged. Alright. Azor.
Can I run, grab the bar of soap, and throw it in the air and conjure barrage with the bar of soap?
Yes, you can. Clean up the streets, I see. You said your DC was a 17?
Yeah.
So they all hit 3d8.
Wait, did you just duplicate a bar of soap?
He conjured a barrage of bars of soap.
16 damage in soap.
Mm-hmm.
Is it vulnerable to soapy clean?
It does seem to be especially effective as soap bubbles begin forming on its surface, and it begins like fizzing up. It looks to be near death at this point as a result.
Good idea, Arcturus. My character did this under the assumption that Arcturus actually knew something.
Yeah, totally.
Secret about the ooze.
Alright, Arcturus.
Where is that thing?
It is 40 feet away from you.
How close is it to, Azor?
25 feet.
How fast was it moving?
Look to be moving around 30 feet around.
Is the ground here qualifying as dirt?
Yes, it is sufficiently degraded to count as dirt.
Alright. I'm going to take the damage and use mold earth. I'd like to put a hole in the dirt, a nice 5-foot square hole, obnoxiously between this ooze and Azor.
Okay. You cast it, excavating a I believe it's 5x5 pit, or is it 10x10? I don't remember.
5x5.
You take 2 more necrotic damage. Anything else?
That's it.
Alright. Beta?
Beta is going to blast it again.
Well, roll to hit. Two hits.
$21 points of force damage. And I am going to...
Alright, you reduce it to a greasy smear on the pavement.
Oh, it's dead? Oh,
It is
cool.
dead. You guys are out of initiative.
Oh, sweet. Yay.
Hey, Under.
Uh-huh.
As I've been reading through this again, is there anything I should be aware of if I try to immediately cast this spell again, like in my current state?
Well, casting any spell causes you to take a d10 necrotic damage per level of the spell.
17d10.
Yeah, it's going to do a lot of damage to you.
Okay, so we'll be using the, okay.
No, it's not 17d10. It's 17 spell slots, which means it's...
No, 17 levels worth of spell slots.
It'll start doubling the levels.
No, it would be 17d10. It counts like a level 17 spell for that.
Damn, that is some spicy.
Yeah, it's real spicy. So as long as you're willing to take that damage and another 3 exhaustion, you could cast it again. Bearing in mind that how many levels of exhaustion do you have now?
3. That would kill me.
So that not only would that kill you, it takes 16 hours to cast, so all of those saves are going to be a disadvantage.
Right. Yeah, Arcellus, we're going to have to correct this. And I'm going to need to get some healings.
All right, Beta starts casting heals. She's got a bunch. How many do you need?
No, not HP, exhaustion, and attributes.
Oh, I'm not high enough level. My sorcerer level's not high enough for that.
But yeah, I assume you guys continue walking along this boulevard towards the palace?
Well, we got to find a place where we can hide out, you know?
Well, that's why we're going there. It's the only place that looks safe when I was scouting.
Well, no, you asked me what the highest place was.
Oh,
It's still a ruin covered in fungi. It's just it's on a hill.
sorry.
Yeah.
Like I said, I tried to climb up to like the second floor of a building and look around from that vantage point to see if there is any place safe. But I guess that's what I meant to say, but I guess I didn't get that across.
No, as far as I remember, you just said you look around and see what you see. I don't recall you saying you climbed anything.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. That's what I thought I was doing.
How long until the next rest period?
Well, you guys just finished like an 8-hour day, so you guys could take a long rest immediately. 16-hour spell time, and you just got dropped into the city.
Can I instead? Well, now that I am looking for something completely different, can I check to see if there is a safe place around?
Make a survival check.
I will give you guidance. I mean, you add a D4 to it.
$34.
All right, yes, you guys are looking around, and as you're walking down this boulevard towards the palace, you spot the temple, the city temple. You know, this big cathedral-looking building. Mushrooms and fungi have been grown all over it. The top of the roof having caved in and collapsed. But you notice something odd. Behind the cathedral, you see it has a graveyard attached. Old, weathered headstones sticking up out of grass and dirt. It looks like the fungi have not encroached at all upon the graveyard.
Holy ground. Consecrated land. They can't get onto the consecrated land of the graveyard. That's cool to know. That's actually a very good thing to know. If somebody knows ceremony, you can bless the ground, make it consecrated.
Let's get over there.
On the quiet spot of the house, is there any background noise?
Make a perception check.
No.
Oh, sorry.
I'm asking about my microphone.
No, we don't hear anything.
Alright, great. This will let me talk for a while. Until my parents find me.
And force you to party?
No, just be loud near me.
Alright, we head off to the graveyard to see if we can find a place for us to sleep.
Alright, yeah.
Or rest.
Yeah, you guys head over to the graveyard. As you step onto the graveyard, you find that it's a little easier to breathe. That you didn't realize you were breathing quite so heavily before, but there was like something in the air you were pushing against. The air smells sweeter. It doesn't seem as polluted. Like the air is a little clearer. The grass crunches quietly underfoot. And while the graveyard looks unkempt, it is, you don't see many mushrooms or anything like that growing. It's just grass and gravestones.
As I'm crossing this threshold, I want to just quickly Paladin Divine Sense.
This is consecrated ground.
Is the air outside desecrated or just polluted?
Nothing that registers on divine sense.
Okay.
Under.
Yes.
How familiar am I with this graveyard?
Not
How big is it?
really. Like it's not a huge graveyard. It's like it's not like it doesn't have any of the mausoleums that you would expect for like the emperor. This is more like where minor nobles and stuff would have been buried.
I'd like to check the names for names I know and the dates.
Is it the Septimus clan's graveyard?
Ooh.
All right, yeah. You start checking the dates and such. Please make an investigation check.
Can I get some assistance, guys?
Who gives you
Sure.
assistance?
How do I add assistance?
Oh, it just gives me.
It would just give him
for trying to
advantage,
blast
which would
out.
cancel out the disadvantage he gets from all of his exhaustion.
I
Well,
throw Bardic
alright.
at this.
It's a D10.
2d10, keep higher 1.
Way to go, guys! Thank you.
All right, yeah, you're searching. None of the names really stand out to you as anybody you recognize. And the dates, the latest internment here appears to have been in the year 867.
Would that be closer to my time?
No, that's not even the same calendar that you would recognize.
Ah,
What year is Arcturus from?
As far as you're aware, it was the year 1167 when you guys left.
oh, that's bad.
Nah, it's fine.
1 second. What was that year?
1167.
Only like
Now, with your intelligence, it would also stand to reason that you would also recognize that this might be a historical graveyard, and no one, not that this last person was interred, doesn't necessarily mean that's when disaster struck.
and even stone would start to fade away after 350 years.
About 200 years. Yeah, 300 years. You're right. Yeah, they look old and weathered, like they haven't been kept up for, several years, but they don't look 300 years without maintenance.
Can I make a educated guess based on the
Ooh, actually, do
decay of the
these
city? How long it's been since everyone left, at least this area?
Yeah, that would call that a nature check.
do these names happen to sound elvish?
No,
Yeah.
but you would also know that names in the Shielded Lands are more locational based rather than racial based.
I guess I don't see anything because I cannot tell.
Dude,
what-
they're multi-story tall mushrooms. You've got no fucking idea.
I don't know what mushrooms do to a place.
Well, you do, but not multi-story, like 2-3 story tall mushrooms. There's no precedent for what that does.
Probably break shit.
So what do you guys do next?
How terrible of a trip would it be if you smoked one of these mushrooms?
Don't. Other than rest, after we rest, I'd like to try to find the family home. That might be able to help me get an ID on the date.
Alright, so I guess we're making camp for a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys set up camp in this consecrated graveyard and start your long rest. And that is where we will call it for the evening.